contest for Las Vegas. In goal, it'll be Kevin Lalonde. Lalonde, 13-6 with a .299 goals against average and a .909 save percentage here during the postseason. Jerry Burke and Tyson Strachan will line up on defense in front of him. And the front line, we'll see Tyler Mosienko centering a line of Curtis Frazier and Aki Seitsonen. That will be the first line out for Glenn Gullitson's Las Vegas the Las Vegas Wranglers. For the Cyclones, across the way for head coach Chuck Weber, the 2008 John Brophy Trophy Award winner is being the coach of the year in the ECHL. He'll roll out Cedric Desjardins between the pipes. Seti 10-4 in the postseason with a 1.89 goals against average. On defense, it'll be John Gleed and Jeremy Swanson. Up front, Ryan Russell and Jean-Michel Daou on the wings. David Desharnais in the middle. The referees completing their final discussion of tonight's game. And as Wildman says in the background, let's get ready to play hockey. Nissen will drop the puck here. It will be Mosienko and also Desharnais. Desharnais winning the draw. He'll play it back to Swanson. Cross ice for Gleed. Through the center ice zone, this puck will bounce into the right corner. That'll be Burke hustling back on it. It's stolen there by Daou as he delivered a check there as the puck spins out into the neutral zone. Seitsonen into the left corner. Frazier takes a big hit from Gleed. It'll be handled by Seitsonen behind the net. Gleed will take it away on the right wing side. Gleed will take it to the half wall, sends it ahead for Daou a bit too far. Jerry Burke will have to hustle down into the corner as the Cyclones now will come back with the Eggets, Reynolds, and Mackey line. Now here's Las Vegas sending it into the neutral zone. Mosienko played it ahead. Starling broke that one up. The Wranglers will go for a change with a long pass ahead here for Eggets from the center ice line. He'll play it into the left corner. Josa now will pick it up out of the corner, sends it ahead here. It'll be picked up by Limpright, who takes a bump in the neutral zone there. He'll play it back for Josa, who gets banged back there by Mackey as the puck squirts loose in the neutral zone. Mackey couldn't handle it. Limpright will take it across the line, left wing side, rolls a one-hopper in on Cedric Desjardins, who covers up. We've played 1 minute and 2 seconds of a scoreless first period here this evening. 18:58 to go in the opening frame. Folks, don't forget there are other great events coming to U.S. Bank Arena when the Cyclones are out of town. The next one coming up is on Wednesday, July the 23rd, 7 p.m. It'll be the American Idol Tour. Don't be surprised if you see Chris Parsons break out the microphone and have a little bit of fun at that one. Certainly that'd be one that I'd avoid if I knew that was going to happen. Fortunately, they won't give him a microphone. The other great event coming up Friday, August the 1st, 7 p.m., Kanye West in a rescheduled event at U.S. Bank Arena. McDonald will throw the puck into the corner. Deitch will spin it around the boards. This is Aubin at his own blue line. He'll skate it ahead to the center line, throws it into the corner. The first man down there is Olivier Latendresse. He'll leave it for Aubin, who skates it over to the left corner. He'll flip it down below the goal line. That will be Latendresse, leaving it for Deitch. Deitch cuts in behind the net, loses the handle, but gives it back to Latendresse. Turned from a tight angle. He was ready to lock and load, but it squirted off the end of his stick. Deitch will get buried in the corner as the puck squirts loose. Taking it back in transition, coming up the middle of the ice, that is going to be Kelly Chewy. He'll play it to the opposite corner, and Conrad Martin over on the left wing side will pick it up here. He'll play it ahead for Sierzinski a bit too far. It's broken up back there by Medill. He'll send it back into the Cyclone end. Matt McDonald quickly sending it back. That will be held in at the line by Krischuk. He fired a shot. It bounces off a Cyclone player and rolls back in front of the Las Vegas bench. The puck will be dumped back into the Cyclone end again. Desjardins will leave it as Conrad Martin will flip it around the boards. It'll be picked up here by Mosienko, left in the corner for Peluso. Sent back out to the right point. Shot fired in. Desjardins will cover up on it. 17:50 to go in the opening period. No score here at U.S. Bank Arena in front of what will be the largest Cyclones playoff crowd in team history and maybe one of the largest in ECHL playoff history by the time everything comes to settle at the end of the night. Folks, coming to the 20th Century Theater at 3021 Madison Road, coming up Wednesday, June the 11th at 8 p.m., the Wood Brothers come in. And then on Tuesday, August the 5th at 7 p.m., it's going to be Joshua Radin with Vanessa Carlton and Alexa Wilkinson. Tickets for these events can be purchased by contacting the 20th Century Theater on Madison Road in Cincinnati, 513-731-8000. Now with the puck spun around the boards, Mackey tips it into the neutral zone. Here's Reynolds up to the blue line. He'll play it on the backhand into the corner, bothered by Medill. He'll leave it there. It'll be Eggets kicking it in back of the net. Mackey will get to it. Unfortunately for him, Peter Ferraro will steal it away, and the 14th year man will play it deep into the Cincinnati zone. Retreating to pick that one up. This is going to be Brian Schmidt in the corner. He'll play it to the opposite corner, left side. Starling will hustle over there. Ferraro will give it up here to his twin brother Chris, who takes a whack at Mackey, who works it free. Now here's Peter Ferraro getting to a loose puck that Mackey could not hold on to. He'll send it in back of the cage, but Schmidt will get there first. He'll rim it around the boards. It'll bounce high off the glass, but it stays in there. A big hit delivered by Schmidt as the puck squirts into the neutral zone. Trying to play it ahead is Chris Ferraro. He'll actually send it back to Medill, who will play it off the glass. And at the center line, Ben will tip it down into the corner to the right of the netminder Lalonde. Now back in transition. It'll be picked up here by Chewy, who takes a double hit from La Tendresse and Ben as he shovels it down into the left corner. First man back there, that's Kalinecki. He couldn't get to it. It's broken up and set ahead here. This is Ben at his own blue line. Cross ice it'll go. Here's La Tendresse across the blue line. He'll hustle down to the corner. He's bothered back there. He'll take an elbow from Chewy. No call there. As down into the corner, it'll battle. It'll be played by Auben, back to La Tendresse, who's hammered into the end boards there. Chewy delivering a hit there and picking up the loose puck. That's going to be Adam Cracknell, who's been quiet in the first 4 minutes of tonight's game. It'll be Gleed trying to play it ahead. It'll be broken up and sent back in on Desjardins, who will turn it aside, leaves it behind the cage. And this is going to be Jeremy Swanson, the fourth-year man from Red Rock, Ontario. He winds up swinging it cross ice here. Gleed will pick it up over in the corner. He'll turn back and give it to Swanson behind his own net. Ahead it'll be played at the blue line. That'll be Tyler Mosienko sending it right back into the corner. Swanson will send it around the boards again. Picking it up on the half wall right side is Dawu at the top of the circle. He'll play it to the blue line back in the Las Vegas end. Power tried to play it ahead. Is able to do it. It's onto the stick there of Frazier. He'll send it ahead to the blue line where it's punched down into the Cincinnati end. Desjardins paddles it around the boards, right side. Ahead, this is going to be Dawu across the center ice line, top of the circle, cuts to the middle of the ice, leaves it for a trailer, shot fired. Lalonde made the initial save off the stick there of Matt McDonald in the high slot, and the Cyclones' first shot of the night was a dangerous one off the stick of Matt McDonald. The save was made. 15:22 to go in the opening period. There is no score. Folks, don't forget also coming to the Madison Theaters, 728 Madison Avenue, over in Covington on Friday night, 7 p.m. It's Cavashaw coming in, and then on Saturday at 7 p.m. it's Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. And believe me, if Big Bad Voodoo Daddy is playing, you can rest assured that Kevin Olthouse isn't going to think about missing that event for anything. So now as play resumes, it'll be down in the right corner of the Las Vegas defense. Mackey hustling after the puck is unable to work it free, and the Wranglers will send it down the length of the ice, and icing is going to be the call here. 15:11 to go in period number one. There is no score. So the faceoff is going to come all the way back to the right of Kevin Lalonde as we get ready to restart play here in just a moment. So out on the ice right now, that'll be Barrett Eggets to take the faceoff, the third-year man from Kincardine, Ontario, looking to win the draw here. And now there's more conversation going on here. There's been a lot of talking in the postseason on faceoffs. Not quite sure why that is, but for some reason the guys have forgotten how to take a faceoff in the playoffs. Las Vegas will win the draw. This will be Chewy playing it over into the left corner of the defense. It'll be spun ahead. Nice job by Eggets to break up that pass. But there to rescue the day is Limpright as he sends it across the blue line. It'll be played down into the Cincinnati end. The first man back is Brian Schmidt. He'll pick it up, rims it around left wing side. Mackey will bounce it ahead. This is going to be Kryzchuk, who will send it back to Chris Ferraro, who will send it back to Medill at his own blue line. Mike Medill now playing it into the Cincinnati end. Starling trying to race after the loose puck here from a very tight angle. Peter Ferraro fires a shot that goes just wide. It'll be Eggets playing it into the neutral zone. Medill will give it ahead for Limpright. Right side here, Peter Ferraro winds up with a shot. That thing gets knocked down. Now in back of the net, here's Chris Ferraro throwing it down the slot. Peter Ferraro firing the shot. Intercepted there. In transition back. Here comes Jason Deitch up the right wing side. Fires a shot. Kick saved by Lalonde. Big juicy rebound, but Kryzchuk was the only one there to pick it up. Kryzchuk will send it ahead to Chewy, who tips it into the Cincinnati end. And the Cyclones are back in transition again. A long pass ahead for Deitch. He'll give it up to Auben, who sends it down to the bottom of the circle on the right side.
side. Big hit delivered over there by Strachan. Puck comes loose. Conrad Martin will send it down into the corner. Deitch centers it up. There's an injured Wrangler behind the play. And, wow, that was a big hit delivered over on the half board there. That looks like that may be a shoulder injury because he's having a heck of a time getting up right now. The bodies all come together over to the left of Lalonde. And now as one of the linesmen tries to separate everybody, you see one of the Wranglers go flying. Nothing dirty there. That just wound up being a nice clean hit. Now Ben is over taunting Strachan as he heads to the bench. That's been a little battle all the way through this entire series as Strachan now gets the attention of La Tendresse and Matt McDonald as well. So very slowly and very gingerly, the Las Vegas player getting up here. He took one nasty whack over on the half wall there. A massive check delivered there. So very, very slowly, the player's getting up. I believe that may be Krischuk, Jason Krischuk, the second-year man from Anchorage, Alaska. And if it is, he's headed to the dressing room right now. The right arm looking completely useless. And it's either Krischuk or Chewy. I'm still not able to tell. I can't see the back of the jersey or a number on the sleeve. So we'll reserve judgment to figure out who that is. We'll wait a shift or two to see. Looking down on the bench now, it looks like I can find Krischuk. So that may have been Kelly Chewy who took that big hit. And certainly Chewy, one of the key contributors to this hockey team here in the postseason. Kelly Chewy during the postseason has 7 goals already in the postseason to go with 17 points. And the faceoff is going to be deep in the Las Vegas end. 13:52 to go here in this opening period. No score. Folks, how would you like to have an event to remember? You and up to 17 of your friends could rent a suite to any event at U.S. Bank Arena. A quick phone call to the sales department at the arena can get you on your way. That number is 513-421. 4111, extension 144. That's the number that could get you seats to events that you never knew you could have. Watch an event in luxury without having to spend like a king. Best of all, you get a private bathroom. What could be better? The U.S. Bank Arena sales department will have all the details. 513-421-4111, extension 144. Give them a holler tomorrow. Off the draw with 13 and a half minutes remaining here in the first period. Las Vegas controls it. Here's Jerry Burke playing a 7-iron to the opposite corner of the rink to the left of Cedric Desjardins. That's going to be icing as he nearly niftily landed it on the goal line with a shot from the blue line in his own end. So the icing call will force the faceoff to come all the way back into the Las Vegas end. So Ray King will drop the puck again. Cincinnati getting Desharnais out on the ice right now with Daou and Sierzynski. A little change up here as the Cyclones now will have Desharnais facing off across from Mosienko. The puck will go down. Las Vegas will control it. Here's Strachan at the side of the net. Sierzynski giving him trouble. And starting up the right wing side, that's Strachan. Tried to play it ahead. That's played ahead by Desharnais down into the corner. And chasing after it. A big hit on Strachan as he tried to play it ahead. It'll go down the length of the ice. Swanson will cut around his own cage. Bothered back there. And he tries to send it ahead long for Daou. A bit too far it goes. And icing is the call. 13 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in this opening period. There is no score, and it has certainly started out as a hard-hitting affair as we witnessed Kelly Chewy leaving the ice surface with what appeared to be some sort of shoulder or upper arm injury just about a minute and a half ago here in this hockey game. The face-off coming up to the left of Cedric Desjardins as we get ready to resume play here in a moment. The puck will go down. It'll be controlled. Joseph fires a shot. Save made by Desjardins. Puck comes loose, and Las Vegas thinks they have scored. And Desjardins was laying on top of the puck. No goal. How about that? Peter Ferraro quick to react as though he had scored the goal. Guess what? He lost sight of the goal, or lost sight of the puck. And our referee, Jason Nissen, did not. And as a result, there is no score. And Peter Ferraro coming off as though he might be a little bit banged up there after he let loose with that shot. It was off the glove of Desjardins. A big pile of players in the goal crease. And some controversy, at least as far as Las Vegas was concerned, as to whether the puck had disappeared across the goal line or not. Nissen had a good angle, skated all the way around the back of the cage to check it. Didn't see any black puck over the line, so no goal can be awarded. 13:03 to go in the opening period. The faceoff coming up to the right of Desjardins. So Kalinecki battles off the draw. Deitch will kick it back to Starling, and will send it around the boards. It'll be picked up here by La Tendresse. He'll take a bump there. This will be cross ice pass to Deitch, who will take it into the right corner. Deitch will hustle around Power as he sweeps it ahead there. Tried to catch that one up for La Tendresse. Swept out of the Cyclone zone. This will come all the way down to the right side. Now a quick shot. Puck bounces loose as Desjardins hustled to get back there. Quickly sent the other way. A shot let loose by Power. Delayed call coming. This is going to go against Cincinnati, I believe. And the penalty is going to come with 12 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in period number 1. Actually, I stand corrected. It looks like it may be a Las Vegas penalty. The fans in the arena acting as though it was a spotted penalty going against the Wranglers. And indeed it is. And heading over to the penalty box right now, that's going to be Marco Peluso. So the Cyclones' vaunted power play unit will have the first opportunity of tonight's game. During the regular season, the Cyclones led the ECHL in power play percentage at 22.2%, 92 goals, 414 opportunities. The Wranglers' penalty kill in the regular season, 7th.
Las Vegas penalty number 27, Marco Peluso. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 7:27.
So there you have it, Peluso for cross-checking. And as I said, Las Vegas 7th in the league in the penalty kill, 84.4%, 64 goals allowed in 410 chances. The Cyclones in this series, 5 of 27 against Las Vegas with the man advantage. They're on the attack now. The puck is cleared back out to the line. It gets by McDonald coming up the left wing side. Here's Mosienko, works his way left wing side, fired a shot off the end of the glove of Desjardins. Matt McDonald will hustle down to the left corner with it. He'll play pitch and catch there with defenseman Brian Schmidt. Ahead the pass will go. This is going to be Jean-Michel Daoust. He'll throw it into the slot. It'll wind up rolling back to Schmidt at the left point. He'll give it ahead for Daoust on the left half wall. Schmidt at the left point, giving it back to Daoust, top of the left circle, plays it on the backhand for McDonald. It wound up on his backhand, and all Matt McDonald can do is try to send it down the wall where it's broken up by Power and hammered back into the Cincinnati end. A minute remaining in the power play that Peluso is currently serving for the Wranglers. 11 and a half minutes to go in a scoreless first period. Brian Schmidt will start it up ice. Quickly left wing side, his pass will go. Conrad Martin will paddle it down deep into the corner. Strachan fires it off the glass. Cleared but not out. Held by Schmidt. Top of the right circle. Shot fired there by La Tendresse. A backhander goes between the legs. Lalonde holds onto it. Battle at the side of the net, and the whistle will blow here with 11:08 to go in period number 1. There's no score. 36 seconds left to go in the first power play of the night for Cincinnati. So Lalonde holding on to the puck, and we'll get a face-off coming up here in just a moment. So the Cyclones getting a lot of pressure there as the initial shot was let loose from the top of the left circle. And Cincinnati trying to work it from below the goal line. La Tendresse tried to toss it home between the legs of Lalonde, but the rookie netminder closed the 5-hole quickly and shut that one down. So the faceoff is going to be coming up to the left of Lalonde. Deitch will step in here from across from Frazier. Back to the right point. Conrad Martin holds it, fires a shot. Tipped in. Lalonde holds on to that one. Now you got Power cross-checking away on La Tendresse, who is at the side of the cage. Aubin taking a little abuse at the top of the goal crease. And the whistle blows. Only 4 seconds elapsed since the last draw. And so now with 11:04 to go in this opening period, no score. Shots on goal favoring the Wranglers 6-5. But Cincinnati with 31 seconds still to go in their first power play chance of the night. Face-off coming to the left of Lalonde. It'll be Deitch stepping in. He'll take the draw. Across from him, this is going to be Mosienko. And so once again, a delayed face-off taking place here. In just a second, we'll drop the puck. Now we're underway. Conrad Martin again let loose. He fires it just wide, and the puck will squirt out. Coming out the left wing side, this will roll down the length of the ice. Brian Schmidt will send it around the boards. It'll be picked up here by Matt McDonald coming up the right wing side. McDonald now will toss it into the corner. It'll be Lalonde in behind his own cage. Tried to hold it there for Josa. Aubin, the first man there, into the left corner for La Tendresse. La Tendresse giving it up for Aubin, who's mugged in the corner. No call. La Tendresse has it squirt loose. Here's Deitch stepping into the slot on the backhand. Gives it back. Top of the circle. Schmidt fired a shot that went wide. The power play play is over. Cincinnati 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Quickly, it's played by Seitzinen. Tries to play it into the neutral zone. It's rejected and sent back in, but Las Vegas eventually controls the puck. This is Cracknell from the center ice dot, letting loose with a drive that winds up in the corner. Schmidt doesn't handle it cleanly on the left half wall. He'll give it ahead for Reynolds. Scotty Reynolds tries to push it through two Las Vegas players. That didn't work out the way he'd hoped. Instead, Matt McDonald was there to send it back into the Las Vegas end. But Hill has it here in the left corner. Plays pitch and catch back there. Scott Reynolds getting in the way. Mackey will pick it up here in the left corner. Mackey up the left half wall. Played it back for Eggets, who's on the goal line in the left corner. Eggets now with it on the forehand. Gives it up to Reynolds, but it's stolen away from him. Back in transition. This is Marco Peluso, who will fire it around the boards. Desjardins couldn't get a stick on it as it came up the left half wall. Limpright pushes it back toward the corner. A little one-timer there. That didn't work out well. He broke his stick. Chris Ferraro takes a bump in back of the net from Gleed. Eggets will steal the booty and starts back up the left wing side. Quickly, he plays it between the legs of Aubin, and Cincinnati will go for a line change as Medill will pick it up in the high slot back in the Wranglers zone. It'll be played ahead here by Ferraro down into the corner where Starling will pick it up. He'll hammer it off the boards. It'll be played ahead into the neutral zone. Left wing side, it's handled. That is Russell, who had it there for a moment. Taken away from him as he overskated it by Cracknell, taking it to the center ice line and dumping it back down into the right corner. Swanson needs to put a saddle on in order to handle Peluso, but nonetheless, Swanson is able to get the puck up the wall a little bit and wait for help to arrive. Now Schmidt delivering some abuse in behind the net. That's put on the aforementioned Cracknell. And now DeHarnay giving him a little help as they drift over into the left corner. Fed back out to the left point. Jerry Burke now will rim it around the boards. In back of the net, Cracknell once again has it, but Schmidt bothers him. Back out to the right point. It's swung to Burke at the left point. Burke will fire it off the end boards. Swanson is there, tries to kick it loose. He waits a second, and there's Desharnais, the rookie from Quebec City, who will play it ahead here for Daou coming up the right wing side. Daou now drifting across the blue line, and there's Russell. He was about a half second across the line ahead of him, and offside is the call. 8:23 to go in a scoreless first period. We're at the media timeout. We're going to step away for just a second. You're listening to Cincinnati Cyclones hockey right here on CBN, the Cyclones Broadcast Network. .23 to go in a scoreless first period between the Cyclones and the Las Vegas Wranglers. Game number 6 of the Kelly Cup Finals. If the Cyclones win this one, baby, this series is all over, as Cincinnati will have the magical 4th win in the series, their 16th of the playoffs, and it means there will be no more hockey this season. The faceoff coming just outside the blue line in the Las Vegas end. It'll be handled by Swanson. He'll play it ahead for Sierczynski off the penalty box doors. Burke will hustle into the left corner, tries to send it around the boards. Can't. Sierczynski had it for a moment. Mosienko tried to clear it. Can't. Hustles it away from him. He's shoved into the corner by Mosienko. And then it's Sierczynski cleaning everybody up as Daou had it there on the half wall. Tried to play it ahead. He's mugged again. Picking it up and coming back in transition. That is going to be Seitzinen playing it down into the corner. Gleed couldn't get there. Mosienko did for a moment, but DeHarnay now will give it ahead for Sierczynski. Plays it high off the glass. Power at the left point. Holds it, fires it, and it winds up being deflected over onto the left half wall in the Cincinnati end. That'll be Daou bouncing it down into the corner. Cincinnati going for a line change in back of the net. Josa just got there ahead of Scott Reynolds. It'll be played ahead here. Limpright at his own blue line. Playing it right wing side. That is going to be one of the Ferraro brothers. That is Chris Ferraro tossing it down into the right corner. Schmidt hammers him in behind the net. The two battle for the puck there. It'll be Peter Ferraro, who really doesn't want to get into any kind of traffic situation there, as instead it'll be Chris Ferraro playing it there for power. Quick shot, knocked down by Desjardins. Here's an opportunity right out in front. The puck lies. Limpright fired a second shot, and Desjardins sits down on top of it. How about that one? A nice rebound after the shot by Peter Ferraro came loose. It was grabbed by Limbright from about 6 feet away. He shoved it into Desjardins once. He shoved it in a second time. And Cedric finally said, enough of this. If you can't do anything good with it, I'm just going to cover up. And he does just that. Exactly 7 minutes remain in the first period. It is scoreless from here at U.S. Bank Arena on this Thursday night, June the 5th, 2008. The Cyclones looking to become the first champion in the city of Cincinnati's history in 18 years. The last time the Reds in 1990 claimed the championship. In fact, the last time a championship was won here in the Queen City, well, folks, you got to go all the way back to April the 3rd of 1955. The Cincinnati Mohawks won a 7th game at the Cincinnati Gardens over the Troy Bruins. Final score for the Turner Cup, the IHL's championship, it was 7-0 that night. Now here's a shot from the blue line by Las Vegas that goes wide. That is Peluso, who's knocked off the puck by Aubin over on the half wall. Peluso and Aubin battle for it. Matt McDonald will pick it up. He'll try to send it around the boards. It'll deflect up out of play. There'll be a face-off coming, and now there's going to be more than that in the high slot. Peluso having words with Aubin with 6:26 to go in the opening period. The Wranglers doubling up the shots on goal on Cincinnati. It's 10-5 right now. Folks, could you picture your company's logo on the dasher boards at U.S. Bank Arena, maybe on a giveaway item or even some of the great arena signage? Sponsorship opportunities are available both with the Cyclones and U.S. Bank Arena. Contact Chris Parsons at 513-421-4111, extension 159 for some exciting possibilities. Chris Parsons, the second smartest man in the organization. He can help you sell garbage cans or tractors. You just give him a call. He'll find a way to tie it into anything. Again, Chris Parsons, the second smartest man in this building, 513-421-4111, extension 159's got all the ideas you'd ever want. Ryan Russell will now play it out to the blue line. It'll squirt to the neutral zone. It'll be handled by Strachan. Stolen away from him. Here's Desjardins. Left wing side fired a shot. Turned aside there by Lalonde. In back of the net here over in the corner. That is Russell. He'll flip it. Tries to get it onto the stick of Dahu. Instead, it's intercepted here by Strachan, who will bounce it out into the neutral zone. Swanson at his own blue line tried to hook up with Dahu. It took a funny hop off the boards. Rolls over into the right corner. Russell chasing after it there. He's not able to get the puck loose initially. Now he does. Tries to feed it back to Cleat at the right point. Fired a shot. Lalonde will turn that away over into the left corner. Tyler Mosienko gets drilled off the puck there as the battle resumes in the corner, and Mosienko sits down on top of the puck. Mosienko, the third-year man from West St. Paul, Manitoba. Interesting story about Mosienko. His grandfather, Bill, played for 14 seasons with the Chicago Blackhawks and is in the Hockey Hall of Fame, but he's not in the Hockey Hall of Fame for skill or success or anything of that sort. Instead, Bill Mosienko is in the Hall of Fame. He scored 3 goals. Are you ready for this, folks? A natural in 21 seconds. Doing that back on March the 27th of 1953. That record has not been equaled in the past 55 years, and it may never be equaled again. So the face-off is going to be in the Las Vegas end, all the way to the right of Lalonde. Stepping in to take the face-off, it's going to be Barrett Eggets. And off the draw, Las Vegas will control it. It'll be spun around the boards over on the left side, coming back out to the right point. Starling will throw it down the half wall. Bounces in the slot. Turning and firing is Mackey. That one goes just wide. Over in the corner, the first man there, that was Medill, who takes a bump from Scott Reynolds, and a penalty coming up to the Cyclones with 5:24 to go here in the opening period. The Wranglers are about to get their first opportunity with the man advantage. So heading over to the penalty box, that will be Scotty Reynolds, the second-year forward from Carrobert, Saskatchewan. Reynolds will have a seat there. And we will remind you, the Cyclones penalty kill is sponsored by Trout Dairy. You can find Trout Dairy products at U.S. Bank Arena or your local store. This is the first power play of the night for Las Vegas. The Wranglers during the regular season, the ECHL on the power play, 20.3%. They scored 79 times in 390 opportunities. The Cyclones penalty kill, 8th best in the league at 84.3% in the regular season. They surrendered just 60 power play goals in 383 opportunities. Power play number 1 of the night coming up right now for the Las Vegas Wranglers. So it'll be Deitch and Chris Ferraro to take the face-off. Ferraro
Cyclones
wins the
penalty
draw.
Number 27, Scott Reynolds, 2 minutes for tripping, 14:36.
So there it is, Reynolds for tripping, and now Las Vegas in transition will play it into the left corner. Krischuk plays it in back of the net. Desjardins will flip it along the wall. Deitch has it cleared but not out, held at the right point by Krischuk. He'll send it back down into the right corner. Again, that's going to be a chop by Limbright trying to send it around the boards. It'll bounce loose in the slot. Cyclones try to clear it. That was initially by Ryan Russell. Bounced off a stick. Starling found it, and the seventh-year man from Delisle, Saskatchewan, sends it down the length of the ice. Stepping in behind his own net and picking it up. This is going to be Krischuk. He'll swing it left wing side. It'll be handled here by Burke. Burke through the neutral zone. Eggets takes a big hit there. An interference call coming up here. Kalinecki pleading his case. That's going to do him no good. And power play number 1 of the night goes down the toilet for Las Vegas. And we'll remind you now that the Cyclones have killed that penalty. Kill your thirst bottle of Trout Dairy Milk. Available in white strawberry. You can always find Trout Dairy Milk at US Bank Arena or your local grocery store. So Brandon Kalinecki winds up taking an interference call in the center ice area. It terminates power play number 1. And as a result, the Cyclones eventually, after this 4-on-4 for the next minute and 7 seconds, will wind up with their second power play of the night. The shots on goal starting to even up. Las Vegas leads that battle 10-7 as the Wranglers bounce it down into the left corner. It'll be chased by Cracknell. He's bumped off the puck. Cracknell holding it over on the half wall. He'll leave it there, tipping the shot through. That one was off the stick of Mosienko, and picking it up is Desharnais. 1-on-1 in transition. Desharnais working right wing side. A little drop pass down the slot. Here's Daou. He scores! Jean-Michel Daou puts it in the net as he comes down the slot. Took the trail feed from Desharnais. And Cincinnati, a 4-on-4 goal with 4:02 to go in the opening period, takes the first goal of this game. And Cincinnati 11-1 when they score the first goal of a hockey game. And this crowd is on its feet. How about that one? Daou will get credit for the goal, his 6th of the postseason, his 16th professional in the playoffs. It comes at the 15:58 mark of period number 1. Desharnais will get 1 assist. We will see if it's going to wind up getting a second assist or not. We'll have to wait just a moment to find out. So we'll come back to center ice and get ready to start things up once again. But you see on the replay, Daou comes right down the middle, fired it up over the right shoulder of Lalonde, and let the celebration begin. 1-0
Cyclones
Cincinnati.
goal by number 26, Jean-Michel Daou. From number 51, David Desharnais at 15:58. Cyclones goal by number 26, Jean-Michel Daou from Desharnais, 15:58 of the first.
So a quick shot let loose here that's knocked up into the crowd. And there you hear it. That is the 13th point, the 13th goal in this series between these two teams. David Desharnais has either had a goal or an assist on 11 of the 13 goals as he just hands out the helper there as that one was scored by Daou. 2 goals and 11 assists, 2 goals and 9 assists for 11 points for Desharnais in this series. So the faceoff is coming up back in the Cincinnati end to the left of Cedric Desjardins as Cincinnati looks to get into position to go on the power play in 18 seconds. 4-on-4 hockey right now. Shot knocked down in the slot by Schmidt. Retreating to pick it up is La Tendresse. He'll play it off the end boards in back of Desjardins. This will be Schmidt. He'll play it ahead off the skate of the linesman. Lucky break for Cincinnati as Deitch now will swing it cross ice. The penalty to Reynolds is over. Cincinnati with 45 seconds of 5-on-4 power play time. In behind the goal, this will be picked up by Las Vegas, and quickly the Wranglers will dump it down the ice. During the regular season here at US Bank Arena, the Cyclones were 3rd in the ECHL with the man advantage, 22.5%. They scored 50 power play goals in 222 opportunities. Las Vegas, their penalty kill away from the Orleans Arena, was 8th best in the league at 82.9%, 36 goals allowed in 211 opportunities. A shorthanded attempt there was closed off by Desjardins as he took the shot in the center of his chest over on the left wing side, holds it for a faceoff. 2:56 to go in this opening period. The Cyclones lead this one by a score of 1-0. So coming up, the face-off to the right, and 18 seconds left in the Kalinecki penalty. And then the teams will be skating 5 aside once again. Starling will pick it up here. He'll leave it in the left corner for Conrad Martin, who will give it back to Starling in behind his own net. He'll flip it ahead left wing side. Russell ahead for Dawu, who takes it across the blue line. It's broken up there. Starling will have to retreat and now dumps it back in behind the net. Power picks it up. The penalty to Kalinecki is over. The teams are at full strength. The puck will roll into the neutral zone. Starling now will play it ahead. Nice pass to Dawu as he'll give it ahead left wing side. Quick shot there. Puck bounces loose out in front. Kalinecki couldn't get to it. A hold there on Sirazinski, no call. In behind the play, Sirazinski is hauled down, and now you're going to get a complaint that he took a dive, and that's not the case at all. You put the stick up around the head, guess what? The body is going wherever the head is, and Cincinnati about to go on the power play for the third time tonight as Power is called for high sticking. So the penalty is going to come down at 17:37, and for the third time tonight, as mentioned, Cincinnati about to get a play. Sirazinski, I'm going to think that might be a hook based on the way that he fell and where it went. So the Cyclones in the playoffs, the 6th best power play unit in the league at 18%, 25 goals, and 139 opportunities. Las Vegas's penalty kill, 6th best in the league at 86.5%.
Las Vegas penalty number 57, Aaron Power. 2 minutes for high sticking at 17:37. Power.
So it's a high stick, and again, Cyclones will go on the power play as a result. And as mentioned, Las Vegas 6th on the power play here in the postseason. So now play resumes here. It'll come back out. McDonald at the top of the circle, floats it down to the right corner. Aubin tries to work it loose, is able to do it. It'll spin over into the corner. Frazier tries to clear it, can't. It'll be held out at the left point by McDonald. He'll send it around the boards. Over on the right half wall, Latendresse tried to get to it. Frazier, the first man there, and he will send it down the length of the ice. Now the puck is picked up here by McDonald in back of the cage. He'll leave it there. It'll be Schmidt who will pick it up. It's Brian Schmidt skating it to the blue line. He'll take it to the center ice line. He'll hammer it down around the boards. It'll come out the left side. Dawu has it there. He'll take a little bang over on the half wall. That's delivered by Peluso, stolen by Mozienko, but they're back out at the point. Nice job by Schmidt. It's swung over to the right point. McDonald fires it just wide. Sirazinski will battle over on the left half wall, gives it to Desharnais in back of the net. David Desharnais ridden off the play. Medill tries to freeze it against the end boards. He's hacked and whacked back there by 3 different Cyclones. It'll squirt loose. Now trying to play it out in front. That was Dawu. Instead, it's stolen away by Mozienko. Left wing side. It'll be handled here by Aki Saitsinen, who wound up scoring the first goal of game number 4 over at in the Orleans Arena in game 4. We're down inside the final minute of the first period. Cincinnati now with Schmidt playing it ahead. Left wing side. Here's Barrett Eggets. He'll flip it down to the left corner. Cincinnati getting a pair of fresh defensemen out here for the final 40 seconds of the period. The puck is centered up, turned over. Starling will fire a shot, knocked down by traffic in front. Burke will intercept that. He'll throw it down the length of the ice with just 10 seconds to go in power play. Gleed couldn't take the puck from Desjardins because of pressure, but this will be Starling picking it up in the right corner with 20 seconds to go. He'll throw it over left wing side as the penalty expires, and unfortunately the man coming out of the box disturbed the play just enough to keep Cincinnati from going in on the attack, taking Barrett Eggets and forcing him to go offside with 19 6/10 seconds to go here in period number 1. So the faceoff will be just outside the blue line in the Las Vegas end to the right of netminder Kevin Lalonde. So the Cyclones taking a second to figure out exactly what they want to do and who they want to have, and head coach Chuck Weber waiting to have a conversation with Jason Nissen, and was waiting for the conversation. Nissen comes somewhat over there, kind of waits for just a moment, and are you ready for this? The Cyclones have picked up a penalty here. This will be interesting. Scotty Reynolds is going to sit down with 19 6/10 seconds to go in the opening period. So officially, this is going to go down at 19:40. It's going to be the second power play of the night for the Las Vegas Wranglers.
Cyclones penalty number 27, Scott Reynolds. 2 minutes for interference at 19:40. Reynolds, 2 minutes for interference at 19:40 of the first.
So that's interesting. Off the draw, a shot and a save. This puck bounces loose here. Kicked into the neutral zone by Russell. He'll hammer at the length of the ice, and guess what? Period number one will come to an end. This crowd comes to its feet, and the Cyclones lead the Las Vegas Wranglers after 20 minutes of play by a score of 1-0. And listen to this crowd waving the rally towels. They are totally into everything happening here. Scott Reynolds will have 1 minute and 41 seconds to serve when we return to play here in just a few minutes. So we will start things up at center ice here in just a moment and get this one back underway. We'll remind you the Cyclones may have to return to U.S. Bank Arena for Game 7 of the Kelly Cup Finals on Saturday night, June the 7th at 7:30 p.m. Plan ahead. You can get your tickets by stopping by the U.S. Bank Arena box office or contacting Ticketmaster at 513-562-4949. The best seats are in high demand, and you can still get them if you order ahead. In fact, if you are planning ahead, get an order for season tickets for next season. Avoid the rush and beat everybody to the punch for 2008-2009. Believe it or not, folks, we're just 109 days away from opening day when the Cyclones on October the 17th take on the Wheeling Nailers in the Den of Inequity known as West Banco Arena. So the teams have returned to the ice. Scott Reynolds will be in the penalty box to our left for the first 1 minute and 41 seconds of this second period, and then the teams will return to full strength. We'll remind you the Cyclones penalty kill right now is sponsored by Trouth Dairy. You can find Trouth Dairy products at U.S. Bank Arena or your local grocery store. At center ice, Deitch will win the draw. He'll chase after the loose puck, but unfortunately for him, Peter Ferraro a half step faster. Chris Chuck will play it ahead to Chris Ferraro into the slot. The puck is chopped loose. Ryan Russell tries to get to it, can't. This will be Jerry Burke at the left point. Plays it down into the left corner. Peter Ferraro turns there. Plays it in back of the net here for Chris Ferraro. In back of the net, that'll be Starling who winds up hacking and whacking on him. Over in the corner right side, this is Limbright, tries to go backdoor for Ferraro. Ferraro couldn't catch up with it as Conrad Martin, who took 18 stitches in his right hand on Monday night, is back in the lineup right now for Cincinnati. Top of the left circle, Peter Ferraro, the 14th year pro, looks to go backdoor, throws it in the slot for Limbright, intercepted there. That's Ryan Russell, and he'll jam it down the length of the ice. Lalonde will stop it there. The Cyclones will change up here. Wholesale changes coming here. 19 minutes remaining in the second period. 45 seconds remaining in the Scott Reynolds penalty. The puck is played in behind Desjardins. He'll pick it up. He'll hammer it around the glass. Desjardins couldn't get to it. Power does at the right point. Sends it down the half wall. Gets it here to Mosienko in the right corner. Tyler Mosienko tries to throw it deep into the corner there for Cracknell. Comes loose back to Power. Cross ice there. Winding up was Josa. He wound up really getting a big piece of that one as it trickles down into the corner. Kind of fanned on that. Deep in the corner, here's Mosienko along the goal line in the right corner. Sends it back to the right point for Power. Power flips it on the backhand here for Mosienko. He'll turn, works his way to the corner. Getting in behind the net, comes out the other side in the left corner. Bothered by Conrad Martin. Back to the left point. Joseph fired a shot. That's knocked down by traffic in front. Intercepted there by Conrad Martin. Spun around the boards out into the neutral zone. Scott Reynolds is out of the box. The teams are back at full strength. And now that the Cyclones have killed that penalty, kill your thirst with a nice bottle of Trouth Dairy Milk available in white chocolate or strawberry. You can always find Trouth Dairy Milk at U.S. Bank Arena or your favorite local grocery store. Brandon Kalinecki in the left corner has it for Las Vegas. Sends it back to the left point. Burke into the corner. He'll roll it in back of the net. Curtis Frazier tries to chop it out in front. Nothing doing. Deitch, the third-year man from Cincinnati, will throw it over into the right corner. Gleed will play it ahead here for Aubin, who gets it into the neutral zone. It'll be played all the way back to Strachan in his right in the right slot. He'll turn and sends it ahead. Chasing after it is Seitzanen, trying to break in on the backhand. Has it, rolls it out in front. Damage avoided there as the Cyclones have Aubin pick it up. He'll send it the length of the ice, and they will happily take the icing call. 17:27 to go here in the second period. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. The 6 plastic surgeons of the Plastic Surgery Group, Surgery is an Art, are certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery. Call 513-791-4440 to schedule your complimentary consultation or visit them on the web at www.theplasticsurgerygroup.com. Again, that phone number, 513-791-4440. Here's a shot from the point off the stick of Krischuk. Aubin picks it up. He'll play a sand wedge out to the center ice line. It'll roll slowly down to the corner. Not fast enough for icing, but Ill gets back there. La Tendresse makes him pay for that as the puck is played into the neutral zone. It'll be Swanson playing it off the glass back down into the Las Vegas end. Turning is Krischuk. He'll get ahead to Peter Ferraro as it punched off of his stick by Starling. Unfortunately, the Cyclones couldn't capitalize on that as Reynolds had to come back to get onside. Now Las Vegas from in back of their own net. This is going to be Mike Medill. The right-handed defenseman will drift to the left wing side. He plays it off the penalty box glass and down into the Cincinnati end. It'll go far enough for icing. 16:44 to go here in the second period. It is 1-0 Cyclones, courtesy of Jean-Michel Daou's sixth goal of the postseason, coming with 4:02 to go in period number 1. So the faceoff is going to come back to the left of Lalonde in his goal as we get ready to restart play here. Chris Ferraro and David Desharnais to take the faceoff. It's interesting to note that Peter and Chris Ferraro, between them, have played 28 years of professional hockey. They have over 1,500 points, and in this series, they have combined for exactly 1 goal against the Cyclones. Now the puck is played back deep in the Cincinnati end. Desharnais will try to play it up the half wall. He'll get a little help from Schmidt, who will play it into the center ice area. Chasing after it is J.M. Daou, unable to get to it. It'll be swung around over to the right point back there. Power had it for a moment. Stolen away. Here's Daou up the right wing side. Fired a shot. Kick save made there. Over on the half wall left side, Cracknell has it. He'll skate it around his own net. Comes out up the left wing side. Adam Cracknell gets to the blue line. He comes right down the middle of the ice with it, bothered by a couple of guys, and is forced over into the left corner. Conrad Martin will battle back there with Cracknell for the loose puck. There is Aubin trying to give him a little help there. The battle ensues on the half wall. Las Vegas had the battle won for a moment, but emerging with the puck is La Tendresse, drifting left wing side. Fired a shot in. Lalonde grabs onto that. He'll hold it for a whistle. 15:44 to go here in the second. The Cyclones have outshot Las Vegas 3-1 so far in this period, despite having played shorthanded for the first minute and 41 seconds of this contest. Folks, Beacon's Docks extend its best wishes to all Cincinnati athletes, whether it's the Cyclones at the U.S. Bank Arena or the Cincinnati Reds at the Great American Ballpark. Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has your best hit at heart. Call the Beacon Docks at 513-354-3700 or visit their website at www.beaconortho.com. Again, that phone number, 513-354-3700. Now the play is controlled by Las Vegas, playing it ahead to Seitzinen, who sends it into the high slot in the Cincinnati end. John Gleed will pick it up. He'll turn, tries to send it around the boards. It'll roll back into the Las Vegas end. Seitzinen now will tip it down into the right corner. Retreating to pick it up. This is going to be Swanson. He'll send it ahead to Desharnais. David Desharnais entering into the neutral zone with the puck. He'll play it ahead. Couldn't hook up with Daou. It's intercepted instead by Strachan, who now will play it into the center ice area. John Gleed right in front of the visitors' penalty box will play it ahead for Eggetz, who let loose with a shot that went high and wide up the right wing side. Chasing it here over on the left half wall. It'll be controlled by the Wranglers, trying to go cross ice there for Peter Ferraro. Cherry picking is not a good thing as Brian Schmidt redirects the puck back down into the Las Vegas end. Schmidt will hold it at the right point. He'll look to bomb it. No, he'll send it into the corner. Tight angle shot let loose there off the stick of Scotty Reynolds. That's held on to for a save, and that is grabbed by Lalonde. Actually, that was not Reynolds who let loose with the shot out of the corner. That was Barrett Eggetz. So we get a whistle with 14:37 to go here in the second period. 1-0 Cincinnati. So out to take the face-off for Cincinnati, it will be Barrett Eggetz. Bozienko, that's Peter Ferraro who's out there for Las Vegas on the draw. The puck goes down, a quick shot off the draw by Mackey, comes out back door, he played it on the backhand. The save was made by Lalonde. Wow, Mackey played it on the forehand out of the face-off circle to his right. It missed going wide, it hit off the end boards, came out the opposite side post, and there was Mackey trying to play it on the backhand. Lalonde was having nothing to do with that, was able to hold on, and with 14:31 to go here in the second, the face-off will just move over to the right of Lalonde instead of his left. Again, it'll be Eggetz and Chris Ferraro. So now play will resume. It'll be picked up here by Kryzchuk. Cuts across the goal crease and will quickly send it into the center ice logo. Here's Peter Ferraro ahead for Chris Ferraro in the slot. Tried to send it out in front. A collision and a penalty coming up here. Oh, my. Wow. So as Chris Ferraro tries to go cross ice, he runs into a Cyclone player. It's Ryan Mackey, and they're going to call him for tripping. Wow. So for the third time tonight, Las Vegas is going to have a power play. And we'll remind you quickly that the Cyclones penalty kill is sponsored by Trouth Dairy. You can find Trouth Dairy products at US Bank Arena or your local grocery store. I think David Schneider should be sponsoring some of the shorthanded situations. Of course, he's the eye care specialist of the Cyclones, and we'll just let it go at that because we're not supposed to talk bad about officiating in the ECHL, even when it's bad. Now as the play will resume, it'll be handled here by Power. He'll skate it all the way down into the corner, in behind his own net, and now he'll start up the middle of the ice. Las Vegas away from the Orleans Arena in the regular season, led the league at 23.5% with the man advantage, 47 goals and 200 opportunities. The Cyclones penalty kill away, or I should say here at US Bank Arena, well, it was 16th best in the league at 83.2%, 33 goals surrendered in 197 opportunities. Power play number 3 of tonight's contest coming up for the Las Vegas Wranglers right now. So Mosienko across from Deitch on the faceoff. The puck goes down. It'll be handled here by Las Vegas. They'll spin it around the boards. It'll come out to the right point. Quick shot. That one bounces in traffic out in front. Bodies collide. It'll come back out to the right point again. It'll be handled by Josa. Josa cross ice here, and another opportunity by a Wranglers defenseman that was muffed. Back at the left point. A little scoot shot along the ice. Save made by Desjardins. Picked up by Cracknell over on the half wall right side. He'll send it over to Mosienko in the left corner. He'll give it back here. That is going to be Cracknell giving it to Mosienko. They play pitch and catch again. Now it'll be Cracknell giving it back right point here. Josa fires a shot. Save made. Power will get to the rebound at the left point. Gives it up to Cracknell here. We're inside a minute to go in the power play right now. Las Vegas now sending it back to the left point. Power moving it to his forehand. Moves it down the half wall. It'll come back here to Josa at the right point. He'll swing it cross ice. It's deflected off the stick of Jason Deitch. And out of play. 13:03 to go here in the second period. 43 seconds to go in the power play. And now there's some Pelican jaw happening in the high slot. Here's a couple of the Vegas players belly aching about one thing or another. And there is Marco Peluso, the third-year man. He seems to be the chief beaker right there. But this is quickly dispersed as Ryan Russell and the rest of the Cyclone penalty killers that were on the ice head off. Again, 13:03 to go here in period number 2. Cyclones lead at 1-0. So Eggets is going to take the face-off here for Cincinnati. And it looks like it's going to be Peter Ferraro to take the face-off for Las Vegas. Actually, that will not be Peter Ferraro. He's on the far side half wall. It looks as though that may be Brandon Kalinecki. And off the draw, it doesn't matter. John Cleed will pick it up, clears it around the boards into the neutral zone. Scott Reynolds has it loose. He's working one-on-one up the left wing side. The puck is bounced away from him. Reynolds will play it on the half wall, waits for help to arrive. It does from Barrett Eggets. Eggets alertly moving the puck down the wall. He's bothered back there. Kalinecki delivering a big hit. Eggets doing a great job killing time over in the right corner of the Las Vegas defense. He's gotten a whistle, and the face-off coming here. 12:40 to go. This crowd roaring its approval, as they certainly understand a good effort from the Cyclone penalty killers right now. 20 seconds remain in the Ryan Mackey penalty, and this is the third shorthanded situation that Cincinnati has had to endure here in tonight's game. The faceoff is going to be coming to the right of the netminder, Kevin Lalonde. Deitch is going to take it for Cincinnati. Chris Ferraro for Las Vegas. Ray King drops the puck. It's handled here by Ferraro, but stolen by Ryan Russell in the high slot. He'll send it into the corner. Chris Chuck will get it. There's Deitch bothering him. He'll leave it behind the net. Chris Ferraro ahead to Peter Ferraro. He'll tip it left side for Chris Chuck. Across the line, left wing side, floats into the slot. Tried to send it into the corner. He took a big bump there, and the Cyclones are able to clear it. John Gleed to the center ice line as Mackey comes out of the box. The teams are back at full strength, and now that the Cyclones have killed that penalty, kill your thirst with a nice bottle of Trouth Dairy Milk, available in white, chocolate, or strawberry. You can always find Trouth Dairy Milk at U.S. Bank Arena or your local grocery store. Peter Ferraro down into the corner. Chris Ferraro has it left side there. He'll play it up the half wall, gets it onto the stick of Sean Limpright. Limpright now will turn as he tried to center it up. It wound up going through the slot. Sierzinski couldn't get to the loose puck. That's Chris Chuck who does. Gets it back to the right point. Cleared out of harm's way by Sierzinski, who finally comes through and gets the puck out of the Cincinnati end. Coming back the other way, Medill is knocked down. And a whistle here, I believe offside is going to be the call. 11:37 to go here in period number 2. It's 1-0 Cyclones. The Cincinnati Cyclones return to the ice in October. Season ticket packages are currently on sale. A season ticket does not commit you to all 36 games. You can get a 6-game deal and still be considered a season ticket holder and get all the perks that go with it. Contact the Cyclone Sales Department at 513-421-7825, extension 144 for all the details. The face-off coming up just outside the Cyclones' blue line to the right of Cedric Desjardins. Off the draw, Cincinnati will control it. Schmidt and McDonald play pitch and catch back at the Cyclone blue line. Schmidt will skate it to the center ice line and dumps it into the left corner. Olivier Latendresse tries to get to it. He has it there. He's being bothered in behind the net. He's almost tackled, for lack of a better term, there by Strachan. Coming back up the left wing side, Las Vegas will bounce it down to the right corner. Desjardins couldn't get to the loose puck. It'll be spun down the wall there by Seitzinen. He'll leave it for Frazier, who leaves it for Mosienko, working up the half wall. Sends it back right point. Shot there off the stick of the defenseman Strachan. Unable to clear it was McDonald into the corner. This is Mosienko. He'll try to center it up. Nobody home. Cyclones will intercept it. Here's Latendresse starting up the left wing side. Cuts across the blue line. He'll have to stop. Throws it down the slot. Here's McDonald in the backhand. Throws it out in front. Oh, Cincinnati watches as the puck bounces high in the slot. Oh, Ben turns and fires. It's loose in front. Haggetts will try to hustle after it. Can't get there. Instead, it'll be Frazier. Cyclones with a great opportunity right there. Nearly had the chance to make it a 2-0 hockey game. Now as the puck is played back into the Cincinnati end, this will be Starling. He'll play it on the backhand up the wall. Conrad Martin to the blue line. It'll get past the forward there. Intercepted here by Las Vegas in transition. This is going to be Cracknell into the corner. He'll pay the price as Starling drills him into the boards. The puck now squirting over to the right corner of the Cyclone defense. Conrad Martin picks it up. He'll try to play it through the center ice zone. They're going to say that it was touched by Cracknell. Deep in the corner, Josa swings it to his defense partner over in the other corner. Over on the half wall, Cyclones digging after it. Unfortunately for them, Las Vegas will get to the puck first. This will be swept the length of the ice. Gleed will get back. They will not call icing as Gleed now will play it ahead. It's gloved down here by Cracknell at the bottom of the circle left side. Tried to send it out in front. Nothing doing there. It'll roll over into the right corner as Las Vegas attacks. Comes back to Josa at the point. Fired a shot. Cracknell tipped it, but Desjardins turned it aside. It'll come back out to the left point. Power will send it in back of the net there. This is going to be Cracknell. He's bothered, fired a tight angle shot there, turned aside by Desjardins. Hustling after it down there, that is Limpright. Unfortunately for Limpright, it's taken away by Russell. And now coming back through the center ice area, this is Ryan Russell. He'll take it to the goal line, tried to center it up in front. He's hauled down there, picking it up here in the back end of the Cyclone defense. That was Peluso, held in at the line by one of the Cyclone players, sent deep down. Here's Aubin, tight angle shot, save made by Lalonde, and the whistle will blow with 8:59 to go here in the second period. We have reached the media timeout. The Cyclones lead at 1-0, and the attack is heavy down in the Las Vegas end. Cyclones again, 1-0, 8:59 to go in the second. We're going to step away for just a moment. You're listening to Cincinnati Cyclones hockey right here on CBN, the Cyclones Broadcast Network. 8:59 to go in the second period. 1-0 Cyclones. Folks, how would you like to have an event to remember? You and up to 17 of your friends could rent a suite to any event at U.S. Bank Arena. A quick phone call to the sales department at the arena can get you on your way. 513-421-4111. Extension 144 is the number that could get you seats that you never knew you could have. Watch an event in luxury without having to spend like a king. Best of all, you get a private bathroom. What could be better? The U.S. Bank Arena sales department has all the details at 513-421-7825, extension 144. Off the draw, the Cyclones on the attack. This is Brian Schmidt. He'll leave it over in the corner right side for Reynolds. In back of the net, it'll be Mackey who picks it up. He'll work his way to the top of the right circle, loses the handle on it, and Chris Ferraro will play it on the backhand back in the Cincinnati end. Schmidt plays it up the wall there. Eggets is just assaulted along the wall there, and that was Chris Ferraro who knocked him right off his feet. And a whistle blows here with 8:37 to go in period number 2. I believe they're going to call that offside, although out on the street they could have called a whole lot more than just an offside penalty. So the faceoff is going to be just outside the Cyclone blue line in front of the visitors' penalty box. 8:37 to go here in the second, and the Cyclones have outshot the Wranglers here in the second period, 7-5, but there's been no change in the scoring. Jean-Michel Daou's goal with 4:02 to go in the first, the only score in this hockey game. Desjardins will send it around the boards. It'll be paddled by Sirazinski, but it couldn't get it out of the zone. It was held by Cracknell, who will now send it in, but it'll be a delayed offside. It'll be John Gleed who will pick it up in the right corner, skates it in back of his net. He'll play it on the backhand ahead for Sirazinski in through the neutral zone, off the leg of Daou as it'll roll back into the right corner. Burke gets hammered back there as he gives it to Strachan, and now Daou delivers another hit. Bounces loose. That'll be Gleed letting loose with a shot from the top of the circle on the right side. Daou gets to the loose puck, gives it back to him again. Gleed winds up faking a shot, fires it. Save was made. It squirted off the shoulder of Lalonde over to Desharnais. Threw it into the slot, and unfortunately it was tipped by Mosienko out into the neutral zone. The Cyclones will change as Las Vegas will pick it up in back of their own cage. This is going to be Strachan. Tyson Strachan working right wing side. Strachan now drifts all the way over to the left wing side, continues to hold it, throws it through the slot area here, right at the top of the goal crease. Swanson's able to get to it here in the corner. He'll send it to the opposite side to an open Matthew Auben, who will work right wing side. Working 3-on-4, the Cyclones will bounce it high in the air. It'll be Swanson who will pick it up at the center ice line. Has to wait there, as it'll be handled by Kryzchuk, who will give it ahead for Cracknell, swings it around the boards, intercepting it on the right half wall. This is Limpright. He's bumped off the puck there by Schmidt. Cracknell able to get to the loose puck, tripped on one of the lines over along the wall there. That was a nice move there by Adam Cracknell. He gets a 5.6 for style there. Deitch through the center ice logo, drifting right wing side, top of the right circle, bottom of the circle, rolls it in, was looking for a little help out in front that never arrived. Lalonde was able to cover up on it, and with 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go in period number 2, Cincinnati continues to lead game number 6 in the Kelly Cup Finals by a score of 1-0. Folks, could you picture your company's logo on the dasher boards at U.S. Bank Arena, maybe on one of the giveaway items, or even some of the great arena signage? Sponsorship opportunities are available both with the Cyclones and U.S. Bank Arena. Contact my good friend, Kevin Olthouse, the smartest man at U.S. Bank Arena. You can reach him at 513-421-4111, extension 117. Kevin Olthouse, whether you sell washers, pencils, or some product in between, he's going to help you sell anything and everything that you might have in your inventory. Again, Kevin Olthouse, 513-421-4111, extension 117. Remind him he's the smartest man at U.S. Bank Arena. In transition, here's Peter Ferraro working up the right wing side, tried to center it. Starling knocked that one down. Ferraro got to the loose puck, gives it back to the right point. Josa lets loose with a shot. Desjardins closes the holes and takes the puck off the logo in the center of his chest with 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the second period. The face-off is going to be deep in the Cincinnati zone once again when we resume play here in just a moment. So the faceoff will be to the left of Desjardins when we get ready to resume here in just a moment. Desharnais to take the faceoff. He'll be across from Tyler Mosienko. And in just a moment, we'll get this thing started again. The puck goes down.
Conrad Martin out of the corner has it here for Cincinnati. He'll play it up the wall.
It'll be picked up here by Ryan Russell. Sends it down into the Las Vegas end. Chasing back, first man there is Dawu. He's ridden into the boards by Aki Seitsonen. And now Dawu is able to spin it around the boards, but it's intercepted here by Mosienko through the center ice logo. It's played here. Seitsonen coming up the left wing side. Conrad Martin punching the puck away from him. This will be Frazier, leaving it for Mosienko in the left corner. He's measured up there by Matt McDonald, getting in the passing lanes, and now takes Mosienko out of the play. The puck will spin back toward the right point. Strachan can't hold it. He'll have to retreat to the top of the circle, to the right of the netminder Lalonde. A quick pass ahead here for Cracknell. Nothing doing there. Icing's going to be the call. 5 minutes, 41 seconds to go in period number 2. Cyclones lead this one by a score of 1-0. It's interesting to note that the Cyclones, of the 23 players on their roster for tonight's game, only one player has been on the playoff roster of a team that has won a championship at the AA level. That is the third-year man, Jason Deitch. Everybody else has won championships at levels, but they have not won it at double. Now here's a quick shot from the top of the left circle there by Burke. Grabbed onto by the netminder Desjardins and held for a faceoff. That's going to be coming up here to his right in just a moment. Last year, John Gleed and Jimmy Bonneau were part of the Hamilton Bulldogs group that wound up capturing the Calder Cup at the AHL level. So now again the faceoff. Back in the Cincinnati end, it'll be Eggetts, the third-year man from Kincardine, Ontario. Eggetts, who has one goal in the playoffs, will take the faceoff. He's across from Chris Ferraro, who has not scored yet in the postseason, despite the fact that he has 628 professional points. He has been shut out so far in this postseason. Now quickly, Reynolds will play it right wing side here. Mackey will tip it towards the corner, chasing after it. Mackey, the first man back there, knocks Medill out of the way. The battle wages here. This will be Eggetts trying to throw it to Reynolds in the high slot there. It's tipped away, and now back in transition. Here's Chris Ferraro. He'll go cross ice into the right corner. The first man there is Schmidt. He'll hammer it into the boards. Off the wall it'll go. Reynolds tries to get to the loose puck. This will be Peluso stepping in the slot. He'll give it top of the circle for Krischuk. Krischuk will fire it. It's grabbed on by Desjardins. The whistle blows and a penalty's coming up for interference with 4:48 to go in period number 2. This one's going to go against Brian Schmidt. So Las Vegas about to go on the power play yet again as Schmidt will sit down for 2 minutes. And for the fourth time tonight, Las Vegas will have the power play. And Las Vegas in the postseason, 8th in the league on the power play at 15.8%. They have scored 18 times in 144 chances. The Cyclones penalty kill in the postseason, third best in the league at 89.8%. 15 goals surrendered in 147 opportunities. The Cyclones have not allowed a power play goal in 8 periods now. And off the draw, Las Vegas will have to retreat back into the neutral zone. Nice job done back there by Ryan Russell to keep them from being hacked. Here's a quick shot by Josa. Save made. It's cleared. Josa at the top of the circle. Fires again. That one's tipped wide. Cracknell picks it up over on the left half wall. Plays it back to the left point. Power bombs it. That one's tipped away. This one will wind up the right half wall down near the corner. Mosienko, the left-handed shot, steps up in. Nice job by Deitch to break it up. It'll be bounced into the slot. Cleared out of harm's way. Nice job by Ryan Russell, who had a good shift on this penalty kill. 4:10 to go in the second. A minute 20 remaining here in the Schmidt penalty. The fourth power play of the night for the Las Vegas Wranglers. Now it'll be Josa through the center ice logo. He'll play it ahead. Eggetts knocks it down. Barrett Eggetts coming up the right wing side. Working here on the backhand. Fired a shot. Lalonde tipped that one away. Eggetts crashes heavily into the goal. The whistle blows. 3:53 to go here in the second. The Cyclones getting their second quality shorthanded shot of the night here, as the shots on goal in this contest are at 21-18 in favor of Las Vegas, which means that the Cyclones here in the second period have outshot Las Vegas 9-8. So the faceoff is going to be coming up. It should be to the left of Kevin Lalonde as we get ready to resume play here in just a moment. So Eggetts with a brief conversation with our referee, Jason Nissen. And now Chris Ferraro decides he needs to get his 2 cents worth in. And now we'll get ready to start things up again. 3:53 to go in the second. 1:05 remaining in the Brian Schmidt penalty for interference. And as Eggett's got ready to take the face-off, his stick actually broke. And if you've seen Barrett Eggetts, he's not Herculean by any stretch of the imagination. There must have been a crack in that shaft somewhere along the lines. Of course, Eggetts will remember that he went Hulk Hogan on it and snapped it here face-off, but that'll be a story for the grandkids somewhere down the line. Face-off to the left of Lalonde. The puck is controlled here. It'll be picked up here by Limpright. He'll leave it for Peter Ferraro. Limpright lost his helmet on that big hit over on the half wall. Medill will leave it for Krischuk. Jason Krischuk drifting up the left wing side, played it to the Cyclone blue line, broken up there by John Gleed and sent back down the other way. Picking it up is Medill. He'll drift over to the right. He'll send it back into the Cyclone. This will be Starling who will pick it up, and he'll send it ahead. A whistle coming and a tripping call coming up here with 3:28 to go in the second period. And Cincinnati now is going to be short 2 men as a result of this. So the penalty is going to come down 16:32 into period number 2. And for the third time tonight, Scott Reynolds is in the penalty box. That must be some sort of record because Scott Reynolds, an excellent penalty killer, doesn't spend a lot of time in the penalty box. So as we take a quick look at the numbers here during the postseason, Cyclones in 5-on-3 situations. Well, killing off these situations, they've eliminated 9 of 12. That's 75% of them. And in 40 seconds, they'll get Brian Schmidt back to help. So 3 times this season, Cincinnati has given up a 5-on-3 goal. And this is a dangerous situation as the draw is going to come deep in the Cincinnati end. The 7th man, the Cyclones crowd trying to rally behind them to help them eliminate this shorthanded situation. Mosienko across for Eggetts. The puck goes down. It'll come back to Josa at the right point. He'll wind. He'll throw it down to the right corner. Mosienko couldn't hold it. He'll turn at the bottom of the circle. Back top of the circle. Josa let loose with a shot. Desjardins grabs it. He'll skate in behind the net. Gets the whistle here. 3:16 to go in the second. 29 seconds from now, the 5-on-3 will expire. 1 minute and 49 seconds remain in the Scott Reynolds penalty for tripping. The 5th power play of the night, the 3rd complete one here in the second, the 4th one overall. Oh, by the way, Cincinnati doesn't have a power play here in period number 2. So now, as Eggetts and Mosienko go again, the referee did not like what he saw. We'll do it again. The puck will go down, and Josa again at the right point. Throws it in the slot. A one-timer by Power. That's knocked down there by Eggetts, and the puck will squirt into the neutral zone. 20 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Stepping across the line is Cracknell. Threw it in the slot. Intercepted by Deitch. He'll throw it towards the left corner. He'll race with Josa after it. 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. The major crisis may be averted. Here's Cracknell into the slot. Mosienko fires a shot. That's deflected off of one of the Cyclone defenders. Josa picks it up. He'll take it down to the right corner. The 5-on-3 is over. The team is now short by just a man. It's a 5-on-4. Schmidt delivers a massive hit down in the corner. Still on the power play hard. The Las Vegas Wranglers cleared but held by Cracknell. Cracknell is hauled down, and the Cyclones are going to go short 2 men again here with 1 minute and 4 seconds left in the penalty to Scott Reynolds. 2:31 to go in the second. And it looks like it may be Eggetts who's headed to the box. So now head coach Chuck Weber's got a major dilemma formed here. His best penalty-killing duo sits in the penalty box in Eggetts and Scotty Reynolds. And for the 6th time tonight, Las Vegas is going to have a power play. They've already had 40 seconds of 5-on-3. And now they're about to have 1 minute 4 if the Cyclones can kill it off. Wow. So 5-on-3 coming up here. Las Vegas away from the Orleans Arena in the playoffs. 11th best on the power play in the league at 15.2%. 10 goals and 66 opportunities. The Cyclones penalty kill here at U.S. Bank Arena. 5th best in the league at 89.8%. 6 goals allowed in 59 opportunities. So the power play is going to come. The face-off is going to be to the left of Cedric Desjardins. And now stepping out there to take this face-off, it is going to be Jason Deitch. Deitch and Chris Ferraro, and now Cincinnati has its hands full. 8 periods the Cyclones have gone. Deitch is hauled down off the draw. There's no call, but they're able to play the puck into the neutral zone.
This will be Krischuk picking it up here. Krischuk will play it right side, stepping up and holding it. This is Frazier. He'll skate it down the right half
Wall. Back to Krischuk at the top of the right circle. Cross ice bomb there. That one is deflected up out of play. And a whistle here with 2:12 to go in the second. And flopping around
out in front of the net there. That is Curtis
Frazier. Well, Curtis Frazier took a roll block into Chad Starling during game number 4. No penalty was called. That was a textbook NFL tackle. The only problem is we're playing ECHL hockey, and that is illegal. Then we had Frazier in game 5 skate across the back of Conrad Martin's right hand. That took him for 18 stitches and left his eligibility for tonight's game in question. Now on the attack, here's Krischuk at the right point with it. 38 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. Ferraro into the slot. Krischuk working it, side of the net. Trying to stuff it home was Peter Ferraro. That was broken up there. Chris Ferraro has it over on the corner on the left side. Cleared but not out.
Essel will chop it into the neutral zone. It'll roll back down
with 1:45 into the Las Vegas end. This is going to be Cracknell starting up the left wing side. 15 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Fires it. It goes wide. Chris Ferraro on the right hand wall, skates it even with the dot, throws it into the high slot. Krischuk has it, top of the left circle. His pass will go. That'll be handled by Cracknell. Plays it back. Cracknell steps in the slot, tries to play it to the side of the net, tipped away. Krischuk picks it up. It's now a 5-on-4. Bombs away, shot, score. So Las Vegas has just tied the game with 1:21 to go. They didn't do it 5-on-3 style, but they did do it with the power play with 1:21 to go here in period number 2. And the Wranglers have had every possible break that you could give a hockey team here. They have had 5 power play chances in period number 2. 4 complete, 1 carryover for 1:41. And now Las Vegas has tied this game up at 2 apiece. So the goal is scored at the 18:39 mark. And we'll wait to see who's going to officially get credit for the goal here.
Las Vegas power play goal by number 23, Adam Cracknell, from number 10, Jason Krischuk, and number 13, Chris Ferraro at 18:39. Las Vegas power play goal by number 23, Adam Cracknell.
And for Cracknell, that is his 9th goal of the playoffs. His 45th, I'm sorry, I've got that wrong. For Cracknell, that is his 9th goal of the playoffs, his 12th as a professional. And Las Vegas now has tied this game up at 1 apiece with 1:02 to go in the second period. Now as the play resumes, it'll be Seitsonen leaving it in the corner. Seitsonen now takes it in back of the net. He'll battle with Matt McDonald for the loose puck. It'll come to the side of the net. Gleed will pick it up here. He'll send it right wing side. This is going to be Dawu with it. He'll flip it on the backhand down into the left corner. Chasing after it is Sarazinski. 40 seconds to go in the middle period. 1-1 our score. Cyclones will battle for it deep in the corner. Holding it is Dawu. Dawu takes a whack, takes a hack, tries to center it out in front. Broken up there.
That's Mosienko who gets delivered to the ice here. It'll be played by Seitsonen. He'll send it down into the corner. Matt McDonald will hustle back into the right corner of the Cyclone defense with 20 seconds to go in the second period.
There's a high stick in the mouth of Schmidt, and a penalty now coming. How about that? The Cyclones can have a power play. Our referee, Jason Nissen, handed out 5 consecutive shorthanded situations to the Cyclones, and now Schmidt took a high stick in the mouth approximately 3 feet in front of Nissen. He had to see that one. He couldn't have tried to ignore that one, much as he might have tried. So the Cyclones are going to finish up the second period with the power play, and they may have a couple of extra ticks at the start of the second period with the man advantage. Jerry Burke will sit down now, and Cincinnati will have the faceoff just to the left of Kevin Lalonde with 18 7/10 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Here during the playoffs, the Cyclones at U.S. Bank Arena have the 11th best home power play percentage in the league at 15.2%. 10 goals in 66 opportunities. Las Vegas's penalty kill, 14th best in the postseason away from the Orleans, 82.7%. 9 goals and 52 chances. Here's Alban at the goal line in the right corner. Plays it in back of the net for Deitch. Deitch comes out in front, fires a shot. It goes just wide. McDonald will center it up, and that'll do it. Period number 2 will come to an end. Las Vegas getting the only score of the frame, and that now ties this game at 1 apiece as we get ready to head to the third period here of tonight's game. They will get everybody separated here quickly as the teams will head to the locker room. A lot of talking going on right now, not a lot of action. And so as a result, the referee will just kind of get everybody headed to where they need to go. And we will start this game fresh at the beginning of the third period. 1-1 is our score.
Jones will be moving from left to right across your computer screen in what could be the final period of hockey in the 2007-08 season here in the ECHL, here in the Kelly Cup Finals. Las Vegas will be working from right to left. They'll be in their road black uniforms, trimmed out in white and silver. DeHarnay steps in across from Mosienko. The puck goes down. Cincinnati will control it. Dawu will give it back here to Matt McDonald. McDonald now will swing it cross ice. It'll be handled here by Brian Schmidt through the center ice logo. Schmidt now will hammer it around the boards. It'll come out left wing side. DeHarnay couldn't get to it, but Dawu does. Dawu at the top of the circle plays it in back of the net. DeHarnay has it here, bothered by Josa. He'll play it on the backhand for Dawu. Sends it back out to the left point. Right point McDonald. He'll send it around the boards again. It'll be DeHarnay letting it go to Dawu. Flips it back into the high slot. McDonald has it here. He'll fire a shot. Gets through. Backhand shot. They score! That's going to be Matt Sarazinski at the 19:25 mark to go in period number 3. The Cyclones have taken a
2-1 lead on a power play goal. Matt Sarazinski redirecting a rebound past the outstretched skate of Kevin Lalonde. And Cincinnati now with a 2-1 lead in this hockey game. A power play goal just 35 seconds into period number 3. And for Matt Sarazinski, that'll be his 8th goal of the playoffs. His 9th playoff goal as a professional for the second-year man from Hamburg, New York. McDonald let it loose from the point. It wound up being kicked away, and there was Sarazinski with a backhanded goal.
Play goal by number 23, Matt Sarazinski. From number 4, Matt McDonald, and number 26, Jean-Michel Dawu. 35 seconds. Cyclones power play goal by number 23, Matt Sarazinski. From McDonald, Dawu. 35 seconds up.
Well, how about that one? Folks, how about this one? David Desharnais did not pick up an assist or the goal itself. Believe it or not, that's the first time in 10 goals in this series for Cincinnati that has not happened. It's only the 3rd time in 14 goals in this playoff series that Desharnais has not been involved in the scoring. But guess what? He was out on the ice right then, most likely making something happen at the side of the net.
We'll just check that out in the film study sometime after this one is over.
Now in back of the net, Alban will play it over to the right corner. Latendresse tried to throw it into the slot. It's intercepted there. Picking it up is Cracknell. He'll let loose with a shot, partially deflected by Jeremy Swanson. Desjardins in back of his net will quickly play it up into the neutral zone. He tried to hook up with Latendresse just a bit too far, and Kryzchuk was able to play it. He'll give it up to Cracknell, who will bounce a one-hopper down into the corner. Swanson will play it in back of the net. Niftily played by Eggetz right back to Swanson. He'll play it off the glass. It'll be chipped into the neutral zone. Reynolds will bang it down into the corner. Medill will hustle after it. Tries to send it up the wall. Eggetz knocks it loose. Cyclones hustling here. Here's Eggetz letting loose with a shot. Reynolds redirected it. It went just wide. Down in the left corner, Scotty Reynolds has it there. It'll come up the half wall. Cincinnati banging over there. It's Peluso trying to play it out of the zone. It bounces into the slot. It's cleared out of harm's way and into the neutral zone. Schmidt will pick it up for Cincinnati. Plays it on the backhand. Back down in behind. Lalonde in the Las Vegas goal. Lalonde will play it ahead. That'll be Seitzinen with it. He'll send it to the center ice logo. Dawu whiffed on it, but DeHarnay was able to push it into the Wranglers' end. Dawu with a second chance. Now will slowly roll it to the side of the Las Vegas net. It'll be Lalonde leaving it there. Play will be started once again here by the Wranglers, coming out of their own zone, left wing side. Here's Power up to the blue line. He'll play it to the center ice line, controlled there. That is going to be Mosienko playing it back in behind the Cyclone net. Matt McDonald spins it around, but it's held at the left point by Power. He tried to send it ahead for Mosienko. It was tipped away. Now here's Ryan Russell at the blue line for Cincinnati with it. He'll skate it to the center ice line and just lazily rolls it down into the corner. Cincinnati making a line change here. Power over on the right half wall, tried to play it ahead. Ben delivers a check as Deitch will get to the loose puck, fires a shot from a tight angle. Save made by Lalonde. Over on the half wall, back in the Las Vegas end. The Wranglers now try to play it ahead. That was Cracknell sending it ahead. It'll roll in behind the Cyclone net. Desjardins has it there. He'll try to play it up the half wall. Held for a moment by Las Vegas. It'll come back down into the Cyclone end. Chasing after it here. That's going to be Schmidt. Tried to play it ahead. Cracknell getting in the way. This is Swanson digging out of the corner. He was able to get it ahead for Desharnais. He'll bounce it through the center ice logo. This will be Mackey playing it down deep into the corner. Mackey will hustle back there with Burke. Tried to throw it out in front. It rolled off the stick there of Limpright. And that one was nearly on goal. From in back of the cage, the puck is spun around the boards. It'll be picked up here by Peluso, who reverses it back in behind Lalonde. It'll be Strachan trying to send it up the boards, is able to do it. It'll be coming up the right wing side in the Cyclone end. John Gleed breaking that up, taking the puck over into the corner. Bodies go flying there as Eggets tries to get to the loose puck, as does Gleed. Picking it up here, tight angle shot, fired there, tucked aside there by Desjardins, and Cincinnati will pick it up in transition, working 1-on-3. That is going to be Reynolds. He'll send it into the right corner while Cincinnati will change. Lalonde in back of his net will leave it here for Krischuk. Krischuk will send it into the neutral zone. Now Reynolds heads to the bench for Sierzynski. Good effort there by Scotty Reynolds a moment ago. Cincinnati now in transition, holding it here. This is going to be Matt McDonald. He'll flip it down into the right corner. He'll go and get the puck himself. He's bothered by Medill. He'll leave it for Dawu. Dawu, the right-handed shot, works in back of the net. Tries to wrap around, fires a shot. Lalonde covers up here. His bodies go crashing right in the Las Vegas goal crease.
15-18 to go in regulation time. The Cyclones lead this one by a score of 2-1.
Folks, the Cincinnati Cyclones return to the ice in October. Season ticket packages are currently on sale. A season ticket does not commit you to all 36 games. You can get a 6-game deal and still be considered a season ticket holder and get all the great perks that go with it. Contact the Cyclone Sales Department tomorrow. Not too early. We may be celebrating tonight, but you can give them a yell at 513-421-7825, extension 144 for all the details. The faceoff is deep in the Las Vegas end here. 15-18 to go in regulation time. So the faceoff is going to be deep in the Las Vegas end. Power tries to send it around the boards, is able to get it ahead for Limpright into the neutral zone. Kalinecki will go cross ice with it. It'll be played down in behind the Cyclone net. Desjardins will paddle it around the boards here. It'll be Conrad Martin picking it up, sending it to the center ice line. This is going to be Latendresse. Fired a shot. It actually bounced off someone in front. It'll roll down into the corner. And now Aubin will give it up to Latendresse. Latendresse back to the right point. Conrad Martin swings it cross ice here. It'll be handled by Swanson, who spins it around the boards. It'll go in behind the Las Vegas net. And the Wranglers now will get it ahead for Limpright. Limpright into the neutral zone with it. He'll send it down into the Cincinnati end. And we get a whistle here to wind up in one of the benches, which I believe is exactly what happened. 14:34 to go in regulation time. 2-1 Cyclones. Matt Sierzynski, who was acquired in November, very early November, believe it or not, he was actually cut by the Elmira Jackals coming out of training camp, was looking for a place to play, thought Cincinnati might be a nice place because he'd have 10 cracks at Elmira. All he did for the Cyclones was score 30 goals during the season. Unbelievable season for Matt Sierzynski, the 6'5" forward from Hamburg, New York. Now as Las Vegas tries to bring it into the neutral zone, this is Ryan Mackey, the rookie from Medford, New Jersey, sending it deep in the corner, takes it away from Krischuk, leaves it there for Eggets, who tried to fire a shot. It was knocked down here by Chris Ferraro, who plays it ahead for his twin brother Peter, who gives it ahead here. This is Krischuk. He'll try to send it into the right corner. Hustling back there, that's going to be Starling. He'll leave it there on the end board. It'll be picked up by Schmidt, cleared but not out, held by Chris Ferraro. He sends it into the slot. Nice job back checking there by Scott Reynolds, who will give it ahead here for Dawu, who will hustle down into the right corner. He'll battle with Strachan for the loose puck. It'll be Strachan who's able to muscle it into the center ice area. Aki sights it in, fires a shot. Save made by Desjardins. Stopping in the high slot is Russell. He'll send it ahead for Dawu, a bit too far. Dawu now coming up the right wing side. Dawu now working his way in back of the net. Circling around the cage. Takes it to the right corner. Dawu winds up leaving it there. Here it's centered up. John Cleed, high slot shot, scores! Johnny Cleed lets loose with a bomb from the high slot. Almost the same spot Dawu scored earlier in the first period. And with 13:27 to go in regulation time, the Cyclones now lead it 3-1. John Cleed, his first goal of the playoffs, his second career postseason goal, and Cincinnati now with a 2-goal edge. The goal coming officially at 6:33, and Cincinnati now opening up that 2-goal edge as this crowd of 12,722 roars its approval as the Cyclones now have just scored its second goal of this third period. Cleed will get the goal.
Cyclones goal by number 5, John Cleed. From number 16, Ryan Russell. And number 26, Jean-Michel Dawu at 6:33. Cyclones goal by number 5, John Cleed. From Russell Dawu, 6:33 of the third.
Now turning in the corner, here's Latendresse. He'll work in back of the Las Vegas net again. Turns on the forehand, fired a shot. Puck bounces loose in front. Schmidt tries to get to it. Las Vegas is able to emerge with it. Quickly a 2-on-2, but it was nicely diffused back there. Doing the job there, that was Matthew Aubin. Power sends it ahead off the skate of Swanson, who will kick it back into the Las Vegas end. Power will turn. He'll flip it on the backhand. Up ahead, this is going to be Chris Ferraro. Swings it cross ice for Peter Ferraro. Broken up back there. That was Scott Reynolds once again doing an excellent job back checking. Now Swanson will retreat. He'll pick up the loose puck, plays it ahead. Eggett's had it for a moment. He'll flip it out of harm's way into the center ice area there for Chad Starling, who will play it ahead for Mackey, who will leave it at the side of the cage, or I should say plays it ahead for Lalonde, who will leave it at the side of the cage. Las Vegas in transition. Here's Peluso giving it ahead to Chris Ferraro. Intercepted by Conrad Martin. He'll play it back for Starling. Ahead it'll go for Dawu. This will be handled here by Sirazinski, who scored a moment ago. Working down to the left corner. Plays it off the end boards, leaves it for Desharnais in the right corner. Desharnais throwing it out in front, and Dawu couldn't handle it. Here's Desharnais coming along the goal line. Mozienko bothers him. Sirazinski will poke it over to Dawu, who works his way back into the right corner. Dawu on the right half wall, plays it for Desharnais, who skates in back of the Las Vegas goal. He'll wait for help to arrive. It does from Sirazinski, but as he played it away, it was picked up here by Peluso in the right corner and slowly skated up toward the blue line. Krischuk will play it ahead as the puck is bounced down off the end boards in the Cincinnati end. Mozienko tries to get to the loose puck. Conrad Martin getting in the way there. A quick shot fired. It's knocked down by traffic in front. Hustling there. That was McDonald to clear it out of harm's way. It's knocked down in front by Conrad Martin off the stick of Burke and sent back down into the Wranglers end again with 11:15 to go here in the third period. Las Vegas now back in its own zone. This is going to be Jerry Burke. He'll bring it up the left wing side. Fired a shot from along the half wall. Desjardins grabs onto it. Burke takes a shot from Cleed after the whistle there. And with 11:04 to go here in regulation time, 3-1 Cyclones. And Cincinnati has done a spectacular job here in the opening 8 minutes and 56 seconds, limiting Las Vegas to just 2 shots on goal and building a 2-goal lead in this hockey game already. Sirazinski, 35 seconds in, and John Cleed, 6:23 in, have scored to build Cincinnati a 3-1 lead. Face off just to the right of Desjardins. This is going to be Starling. He'll send it around the boards. Left wing side, Reynolds will tip it into the neutral zone. Good job by Scotty Reynolds. He's taken 3 minor penalties tonight, but you know what? Despite all of that, the Cyclones have gotten a great effort from the second-year man from Corrobert, Saskatchewan. Coming back up the middle of the ice, here's Jerry Burke, right wing side. Limpright tries to play it backdoor. Cracknell batted it out of the air. That went high and wide. And Desjardins, as he was adjusting there, kind of lost his equilibrium, bumped into the goalpost and dislodged it. So we'll have to stop play here so they can reset the goal, and we'll start play again. 10:37 to go here in regulation time. So the face-off coming up to the left of Cedric Desjardins. So Desjardins having a brief discussion with Jason Nissen, our referee tonight. And off the draw, this will be DeHarnay. He'll clear it back to the blue line, knocked down, held in. As it's played ahead, Dawu will intercept it. Now he'll throw it in the left corner. Right now, Cincinnati getting a little hustle from Russell as well as Dawu. And now Las Vegas in transition. You see Frazier playing it into the opposite corner. Matt McDonald will hustle after it. McDonald tries to send it around. Frazier had it for just a moment. Gleed took it away from him and skates it into the left corner of the defense. Gleed lost the handle. Here comes Frazier. Bottom of the circle, left side. He'll turn on the half wall. Sends it into the slot. Krischuk winds and fires. It's partially deflected there by Russell, who throws it ahead for Dawu just a bit too far. It's intercepted by Medill, who will send it the length of the ice. They're not going to call icing as Cincinnati went for a line change there. John Gleed on the left wing side plays it ahead here. This is going to go the length of the ice. There's going to be no icing as Lalonde had to pick up the puck. He'll leave it there in behind his cage and he'll wait. It'll be Krischuk sending it ahead here into the neutral zone. Onto the stick there of Chris Ferraro. Broken up by Aubin. And now it'll be Chad Starling gently sending it to the left corner. 9.5 minutes remaining. 3-1 Cincinnati. La Tendresse getting help from Deitch in the left corner. La Tendresse back to the left point. Starling fired a shot. That one went all the way into the right corner as knocking it away there out in front. That was Lalonde as that puck was redirected in front. Now as the puck sent back into the Las Vegas end again, there's a little skirmish in front of the bench. That was quickly diffused, and now Las Vegas has Burke with it in front of his bench. He'll deliver a big hit in front of the bench, but not before Dawu is able to send it into the corner. Reynolds will battle back there with Kalinecki, and now it'll be sent ahead. Cracknell had it for just a moment, gave it back to Kalinecki. Across the center ice line goes Las Vegas. The Wranglers sending it in behind the net. That will be Desjardins. He'll spank the puck up the boards on the right side. Holding it there, this is going to be Strachan. Tries to throw it in the slot. Nifty little move by Eggets to redirect the puck right wing side for Reynolds, who will send it down into the right corner. Cincinnati getting fresh legs out there. 8.5 minutes to go in regulation time. 3-1 Cincinnati. Picking it up here, this is going to be Limpright up the left wing side. Limpright throwing it into the slot. Mosienko gets there first. He has it for just a moment. That's going to be Matt McDonald bothering him as the puck goes into the corner. It's rimmed around the boards, back out to the point. Held by Power, intercepted by Dawu, cleared into the neutral zone, and here comes J.M. Dawu. 3-on-2, the rush. Cross ice, Sarazinski bombs a shot, and Lalonde holds on to that one as the diving body of Josa lies in front of the netminder. 8 minutes exactly to go here in the third period. We're going to step away for a media break. 3-1 Cyclones. You're listening to Cincinnati Cyclones hockey right here on CBN, the Cyclones Broadcast Network. And welcome back to U.S. Bank Arena. We're just inside 8 minutes to go. And now the puck will be played back into the corner. Power will pick it up. He'll flip it into the right corner. Waits for Medill, and now in transition, this is going to be Chris Ferraro. He'll send it ahead. It'll be played onto the stick of Power, who steps in the high slot, fired a shot. That went high and wide. Chris Ferraro on the right half wall, spins it around the boards. It'll come out on the right side of the Cyclone defense. It'll be Schmidt, who's high-sticked in the mouth, and I can't understand why there's no call there. Eggets is leading the charge back the other way up the left wing side. Fires a shot that goes just wide. Power picks it up in back of the net. How in the world did the referee miss the stick in the mouth to Schmidt? Unbelievable. Kalinecki drives this one down into the right corner. In behind the net, Desjardins will send it around the boards. Matt McDonald will hustle there. It'll be sent back here to the point. Quick shot by Krischuk, kicked away by Desjardins. It's a big rebound, but it comes all the way to the right half wall. No damage done there as Deitch will poke this puck up into the neutral zone. Deitch hustling back with Medill back into the right corner. It'll be sent around the boards. Holding it over here. It'll be played around the boards. Picked up there by Cracknell. Cracknell across the center ice line. Plays it on the backhand to the right corner. Matt McDonald and Adam Cracknell collide in the corner. It'll be Mosienko digging out the puck. He'll be introduced into the corner there by Conrad Martin. A little 3-on-2 work there as Mosienko takes another big hit back there. Mosienko tries to center it up, and guess what? That puck deflects out in front of the Cyclone bench. Turning and picking it up here. This is going to be Strachan. He'll give it across the line. Offside the call. 6:15 to go. Six minutes, 15 seconds remaining in regulation time, and maybe a date with destiny for the Cincinnati Cyclones. This is the 16th year that a professional team in Cincinnati has been called the Cincinnati Cyclones, and it would be the first time that they have ever captured their league championship, and perhaps we are as close as 6 minutes and 15 seconds away from being in that boat. Off the draw, this is Dawu. He'll play it ahead for Desharnais, who will tip it down into the Las Vegas end. It'll be played by Strachan up in front of the Cincinnati bench. And again, this is Schmidt. He'll play it ahead. It's intercepted by Chris Ferraro. He'll play it cross ice there. Shot in. And Desjardins will close the door there. 5 minutes and 55 seconds remain in regulation time. And again, it is a 3-1 lead for Cincinnati. The Cyclones getting goals tonight from Dawu, Sirazinski, and Gleed. And that's how this lead has been built. 2 of the goals coming here in the third period. Cincinnati, a league-leading 26 goals in the third period here in the postseason. And they have now opened up a 2-goal lead. So to take the face off, this is going to be Eggets. Eggets will step in across the way from Chris Ferraro. It'll be Josa off the half wall, firing the shot on the right wing side. Misses everything. This will be Starling. He'll chip it ahead for Mackey. A bit too far for him, but Power is able to pick it up down on the right half wall, back in the Las Vegas end. Power quickly sending it ahead. Chris Ferraro trying to go to his brother Peter, intercepted here by Eggets, and Barrett Eggets with 5.5 minutes to go will send it back into the corner. Josa now up the right wing side will get it to Chris Ferraro. He has his pocket picked, but Chris Ferraro was able to get it back there. Nearly a nifty little stretch job by Matthew Auban. Krischuk takes it up the ice into the Cincinnati zone, and now we're going to see a slashing call coming here with 5 minutes and 17 seconds to go here in regulation time. So Jason Deitch is going to head to the penalty box. 14 minutes and 43 seconds in. And for the 7th time tonight, the Cyclones are going to be shorthanded. And we will remind you right now, the Cyclones penalty kill is sponsored by Trout Dairy. You can find Trout Dairy products at U.S. Bank Arena or your local grocery store. Off the draw, Cincinnati will send the puck down deep into the Las Vegas end. Wranglers in transition. This is Mosienko up the left wing side. He'll float it to the corner. It'll roll in back to the net. Cracknell trying to get there. Desharnais bothering him. Back to the right point. Krischuk fires a shot. Save was made. Follow-up shot let loose there by Limpright. The save was made by Desjardins again as he kicked it away. Now here's Cracknell taking it down to the left corner. Plays it over to the right corner. It'll be handled here. Cracknell winds up, fires the shot. Desjardins made the initial save. The puck squirted loose. And then Desjardins very alertly dropped his glove on top of it. Holds it for the faceoff. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go in regulation time. 1:22 left in the penalty to Deitch. And Cincinnati with a 3-1 lead in this hockey game right now. So Las Vegas in this series prior to tonight, 3 for 31 on the power play. That's just 9.7%. The Cyclones, a stellar 90.3% penalty kill. The Cyclones have killed 5 of 6 so far tonight, looking to make it 6 of 7. 4:38 to go in this one. Face-off coming to the left of Cedric Desjardins. Agats and Chris Ferraro here off the draw. The Cyclones will control it. Chad Starling will hammer it off the glass. It's over the head of the defenseman. That is Josa, and the puck will go the length of the ice. Retreating to pick it up. This is going to be Josa. He'll send it right wing side with a pass. Holding it there. That is going to be Chris Ferraro. Loses the handle. Dawu bothering him. And now Ferraro will start up the right wing side with it. He'll go cross ice with the pass. Cracknell has it there. He'll skate it into the Cincinnati end. Conrad Martin will hammer it away. And down the length of the ice. Lalonde will stop it there. 4:05 to go in regulation. 50 seconds to go here in the power play. Las Vegas back in transition. Here comes Mozienko across the center ice logo. He'll send it down into the right corner. It'll rim around the boards. It'll come out on the right side. All the way back out to the point. Cleared into the neutral zone by Russell. Ryan Russell took it away from Josa then and dumps it down into the left corner. Great effort by Ryan Russell, the rookie from Caroline, Alberta. Quickly, the puck will be played left wing side. Josa gives it ahead here. This is going to be handled by Peluso. Tried a tight angle shot, turned aside by Desjardins. Over in the right corner there, you've got Frazier beating on Gleed, and a whistle comes with exactly 3.5 minutes to go in regulation time. The fans here chanting that they want the cup. And they are now down, folks, to 210 seconds. 3 minutes and 30 seconds away from getting their wish, their date with destiny. The first championship by a Cincinnati sports team in 18 years. The first hockey title in 35 years, dating back to the Cincinnati Swords victory over Nova Scotia in 5 games back in 1973. The first time it's happened inside Hamilton County since 1955. It's been 53 years since a championship has been won here at home. Now, at the right point, here's Burke. He'll skate it down the wall. The penalty to Deitch is over. The teams are at full strength. Strachan fires a shot, dropping to one knee. That was Agats. He'll play the puck up into the neutral zone. And as the puck is played ahead, it flips up out of play. We get a whistle. And Cincinnati stellar on yet another penalty kill with 3:08 to go. It's 3-1 Cincinnati. The faceoff is going to be coming up right at center ice. The Wranglers have outshot Cincinnati 30-26. They've had 7 power plays to the Cyclones 4. But all that matters, all that anyone cares about, is the big 3 underneath the Cyclones on the scoreboard. So now as play gets ready to resume, the puck is dumped into the Cincinnati end. Desjardins will leave it for Schmidt. He'll send it around the boards. Aubin couldn't tip it out. It's held here by Burke at the left point. He'll skate it into the middle of the ice. He'll work now down the right half wall. Schmidt will pick him up there. He'll turn. He'll fire. Save made by Desjardins. In behind the net, Cracknell tries to get loose with it. That's McDonald beating on him as the puck is in behind the net now. Deitch getting all over one of the Las Vegas Wranglers and finally takes the puck away. He'll skate it into open ice on the left wing side. He'll give it ahead for La Tendresse, his line mate. La Tendresse will flip it to the left corner. Cyclones will change. 2.5 minutes to go here in regulation time. Las Vegas will start out one more time. Burke coming up the left wing side. This crowd on its feet. A league record for playoff attendance, 12,722. A quick shot fired in. It's tipped wide. Chasing after it is Starling. The fans are starting to get excited. We're down to 2 minutes to go in this one. 3-1 Cincinnati. The puck is cleared ahead by Aubin. They are looking to get Lalonde off the ice for Las Vegas, trying to set up a 6-on-5 opportunity. And a whistle and a penalty coming with exactly 2 minutes to go. And it is a high-sticking call. And if this goes against Las Vegas, well, guess what, folks? we will not hear Viva Las Vegas. Instead, we're going to hear something maybe along the lines of beautiful day, as the Cyclones now are 2 minutes away, and
To make things worse for Las Vegas,
Chris Ferraro is in the penalty box. It's the 5th time tonight that Cincinnati has had the power play. So even if Las Vegas pulls Lalonde now,
at best it's only a 5-on-5 attack with an empty net in the Las Vegas end. Cincinnati now closing in ever closer to its first
ECHL Kelly Cup title. The Cyclones would be only the 3rd team in league history to win the Brabham Cup and the Kelly Cup in the same season. Matt McDonald holds it here at the right point, plays it down the half wall for Deitch. Into the corner, it's held there by La Tendresse. He'll give it up to Deitch. Deitch throws it out front, open from point-blank range. Lalonde did a nice job to turn that one away. Now it'll be played ahead, left wing side. Here's Mosienko. He gets stood up. Cyclones trying to get away on transition. Couldn't. Sights it and let loose with a shot that deflected off the goalpost. Oh my, would That'd have been trouble. A minute and a half to go. Seitzman at the center ice line. He'll play it in. Too high for Desjardins. It bounces off the end wall. Mosienko tries to get to it. Matt McDonald, the first man there. He'll clear it around the boards. Josa at the point picks it up there. This puck is deflected out into the neutral zone. Aubin will get off the ice here. 1:10 to go. Strachan now sends it cross ice. Lalonde is off the ice. They are playing 5 aside with an empty net, and offside is going to be the call here. 1 minute, 5 seconds to go, and the Cyclones holding a 3-1 lead in this hockey game. And just let the sounds of the arena tell you the story. And off the draw, the Cyclones will play it back down into the Vegas end. Strachan had it for a moment. Desharnais battles for the loose puck. It's stolen by Daou. He'll send it into the corner. Las Vegas has Kalinecki trying to play it ahead. Who's able to do it to Peluso. Peluso bothered by Russell. Daou trying to get to the loose puck. Is able to do it. Played it on the backhand and fired it off the back of the net. 40 seconds to go. Cyclones lead at 3-1. In the slot, Strachan now will play it ahead. Tried to catch a streaking Peluso. Broken up there by Starling. Half a minute to go in this one. 3-1 Cincinnati. The puck is played cross ice. Chasing after it loose. That's going to be Schmidt. He'll kick it down into the Las Vegas end. There's a whistle. I believe this is going to be offside with 23 3/10 seconds to go here in regulation time. So the faceoff is going to be just outside the blue line in the Las Vegas end. 23 3/10 seconds to go. Folks, it's been a long, long time, but this Cyclones team that just 2 years ago was in mothballs, the Niederlander group took a chance on bringing back hockey, and it is going to come up in spades in about 15 seconds. The puck comes back to the blue line. Quick shot rammed there. It goes wide. Cleared into the neutral zone. The puck will go the length of the ice, and icing is going to be the call with 5 7/10 seconds to go. I never thought in all the years I've lived here in Cincinnati that we would see a championship team come into this town. There have been great teams that have been here before, but they've never had the ingredient to get over the top. And in 5 7/10 seconds, there's going to be a celebration unlike anything most people in this city have ever seen. The face-off to the right of Desjardins. Eggetts is out there now. The puck will go down. It's cleared over on the half wall, and that's going to do it. Starling to the corner. The horn goes, and let the celebration begin. The Cyclones are the Kelly Cup champions in 2008. My good friend Derek Wills up in Hamilton said it best last year, and I'll tell you what, folks, you don't mess with perfection. Derek Wills, the consummate pro, had the greatest close ever. I've got to use it here. The game is over. The Cyclones have knocked off the Wranglers 3-1. The series is over. The Cyclones claim it 4-2. The season is over. And for the first time in Cyclones history, the Kelly Cup, all 25 pounds of it, is going to be on display here in Cincinnati for the next year. How about that one? The fireworks display has just gone off and ended, and now it's time for the handshakes and the moment that we have all waited for.
Let's hear it for your 2008 Kelly Cup champion, Cincinnati Cyclones!
And so now the greatest moment in hockey, the exchange of handshakes between the Las Vegas Wranglers and the Cincinnati Cyclones, as going through the line right now, Adam Cracknell hugging several of the Cyclones players. Cracknell, the captain of this Las Vegas Wranglers team. Certainly a valiant effort coming from this Las Vegas team, which was, this series saw two teams that combined for 221 standings points. As Cincinnati with 115 points on the year, Las Vegas with 106. It was the most combined points ever in the history of the ECHL Finals. Matt McDonald through the line. Chad Starling through the line. Finishing up Jeremy Swanson, who scored a pivotal goal in the South Carolina series to force overtime the night that the Cyclones wound up clinching their berth in the Kelly Cup Finals. Scott Reynolds, another one of the guys who was instrumental in the Cyclones' play. His ability to kill penalties, unmatched by anybody in the ECHL. Matt Sarazinski at times came through for this hockey team. 5 power play goals in the postseason. His first championship as a pro. Conrad Martin, who played tonight's game with 18 stitches in his right hand and a bad knee. He's going to need surgery on his right knee in a couple of weeks. We kind of hid that one from you folks. His summer is going to get real interesting, but he's one of the guys who deserves this championship. Chad Starling, another guy who's going to require off-season knee surgery. And guess what, folks? Right now, none of those boo-boos hurt at all. It is the moment that this team has waited for, most of them, an entire lifetime. The Cyclones reserves who did not dress for tonight's game, well, guess what? They're in uniform and they're out there right now. They'll be collecting their Kelly Cup championship moment as well. Billy Irish Baker, a rookie from Clarence, New York, will get his turn with it. TJ McElroy, a second-year man from Golden Valley, Minnesota, will also be out there. Jimmy Bonneau, a fourth-year pro. Sean Perkins, the rookie from Commerce, Michigan. Thomas Beauregard, the rookie from Montreal. He only scored 72 goals in his junior final season a year ago. He had 30 of them this year. And then throw into the whole mix Avery Wilson, the guy that this team just felt was so important, they put him on the plane and sent him to Las Vegas while the team was out there during the Kelly Cup Finals. How about that one? Let's go ahead real quick before we start doing the presentations of the trophies and all that. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about the scoring summary. We'll tell you about that after the presentation of all the trophies and the hardware and everything else. That'll be coming up here in just a moment. Dennis Wildman Walker will tell you about it.
The East Coast Hockey League would like to recognize the National Conference champion Las Vegas Wranglers, owner Charles Davenport, Coach Glenn Tillotson, and players for their tremendous achievement of reaching the Kelly Cup Finals for a well-played series. The ECHL also wants to recognize you, the fans, who have shown their support that hockey is alive and well in Cincinnati. Without further ado, direct your attention and welcome ECHL Commissioner Brian McKenna, who will present the trophy to the MVP of the Kelly Cup playoffs. And here we go. The MVP is determined by members of the media who each cast a vote for the MVP for his team in the Kelly Cup playoffs. ECHL Commissioner Brian McKenna will now present the 2008 Kelly Cup Playoffs MVP trophy to number 30, Cedric Desjardins, of your 2008 Kelly Cup champion, Cincinnati Cyclones.
And how about that? Cedric Desjardins. Well, he didn't do a whole lot in this series. 6 games, he gave up a grand total of 8 goals. He never gave up more than 2 in any one game. How about that? Cedric Desjardins, a 1.33 goals against average. Here in the finals, he will improve upon his 1.89 goals against average during the postseason. Yeah, please. Just doing a little souvenir collecting because it's going to be important for the history of this team. We're looking for the lineup cards for tonight. And now the moment everybody's waiting for. Here comes the Kelly Cup out onto the ice.
As a player, coach, and as a league executive, to honor his commitment to the ECHL, which he was a founding father in 1988-89. The championship trophy bears his name. To present the Kelly Cup trophy, please welcome Commissioner Emeritus Patrick J. Kelly. And every October for the past 12 years, teams in the ECHL have taken to the ice with one goal in mind: the opportunity to hold the 19 3/8-inch high and 25-pound trophy now being brought out. 25 teams in 17 states and British Columbia all had the same dream when the ECHL began its 20th anniversary season in October. 8 months later, there is only one team that can call itself the National AA Champion. Commissioner Emeritus Kelly will now present the trophy that bears his name to Cyclones defenseman Chad Starling.
And now Chad Starling heads over to the table. Patrick J. Kelly, the Commissioner Emeritus of the ECHL, a man who's been involved in the game for more than 55 years, hands off the trophy to Chad Starling as more fireworks explode here at US Bank Arena. It's a moment that everybody has waited for, and now the celebration really begins. Starling skates back to his teammates. He hands off the cup to Matt McDonald, another one of the assistant captains here on this hockey team, as McDonald heads down the right wing side with the trophy. He'll turn and come back. That means that the next handoff goes to Barrett Eggets. And Barrett Eggets, who has been one of the backbones of this hockey team this season, takes his spin with it. It's a very short little turn. He'll quickly hand it off, and that is going to be Jason Deitch. Deitch, who's handled a championship trophy at the pro level one other time, he'll head back towards the Las Vegas blue line. He'll turn and come back. Believe it or not, folks, there's actually a pecking order to the way the trophy will be handed off. Jean-Michel Daou, who lost in that final 2 years ago against Jason Deitch's team while he was a member of the Danbury Thrashers, he'll take a spin there with it. He'll turn and hand it off to the next man in line, and guess what? That's our MVP, Cedric Desjardins. And good old Ceddy, all he did was win 11 games in the postseason, turning in a shutout. And now the trophy heads back to the group, and this is going to be the Rookie of the Year, the MVP, and arguably the MVP of this series, David Desharnais. He will turn in the Las Vegas slot, and now he's going to come back with that 25-pound trophy. He'll hand it off to Conrad Martin, the guy who up until this morning was still in doubt as to whether he was going to play in this game. Head coach Chuck Weber gave him the option. Would you like to sit it out? Conrad Martin looked at him as though he was a maniac trying to take his final meal. Nope, he's going to take it and play himself. Mathieu Aubin, the second-year man from Sorel, Quebec. His father played for the Cincinnati Tigers in 1981-82. Takes his spin with it, and now he'll hand it off. That is Ryan Russell. And what a surprise. I'm sorry, that's Avery Wilson. I'm sorry, who's with the cup right now. Thought that was Ryan Russell getting a little excited there. Olivier Latendresse gets his spin with the cup. He's got 7 family members here waiting to join the celebration in the locker room in a few minutes. John Gleed, one of the Hamilton Bulldogs, part of the Montreal Canadiens system. He had one of the goals tonight, the third goal of the contest. And now he heads back. He'll hand off the trophy. It'll go to Matt Sierzinski, another one of the goal scorers tonight. He'll go down in the record books. He scored the Kelly Cup winning goal here for Cincinnati tonight. A quick spin there for Chico. He'll turn and look. And this time he'll hand it off. It'll be Scotty Reynolds that'll take his spin. No, yeah, it is Rennie that has it there. Gives the trophy a big kiss at the Cyclone blue line. He'll turn and come back, and he'll hand it off to the next man in line. Turning with it here, coming back to the blue line, it's Jimmy Bonneau. And Jimmy, who has played in a couple of postseason games, suffered that fractured orbital bone earlier in the year. And he turns it over there to Thomas Beauregard, who will take his spin with the trophy, gets his picture taken, and heads back to the crowd. He'll hand it off to Max Daigneault. Hey, don't forget about Maxie. A great job by Max. He picked up 5 victories during the postseason. Now Ryan Russell with the trophy. He doesn't know his brother, twin brother Chris, who plays for the Blue Jackets, or his dad are here in the building. He'll get that pleasure here in just a few minutes when he heads down into the locker room. Brian Schmidt, who spent part of the early season here and spent the bulk of the year with the Milwaukee Admirals, takes a spin there. He scored 4 goals during the playoffs, all on the power play. He'll hand it off here. It'll be Ryan Mackey with his turn. The rookie from Medford, New Jersey, had 1 goal during the playoffs. He'll come back to the pack here. They're looking to see who hasn't skated with it. Oh, there it is. It's TJ McElroy. And TJ has it here. The second-year defenseman. He played for 3 first-place teams this season in South Carolina, Idaho, and Cincinnati. And at the end, he's the one with the cup. He'll hand it off to Avery Wilson, the fan favorite, as he heads down towards the Las Vegas goal, showing it off to the fans, giving it a big kiss, and now returning back to the crowd one more time. He'll hand it to Sean Perkins. Sean Perkins, who sat out 12 games, jumped into the fray during the South Carolina series and had a 2-point night in his first game back. He'll hand it off to Billy Irish Baker. Billy Irish Baker, maybe the most unselfish player on this hockey team. All Billy did was, when the Cyclones were short, defenseman said, what do I need to do to help this team out? He got his turn. The cup goes into the hands of assistant coach Dean Stork, who heads to center ice. Oh, actually, that's head coach Chuck Weber with it right there, planting a big kiss on it. Now he'll hand it off to Dean Stork. And that's Storky's first opportunity with a championship trophy at the blue line in the Las Vegas end. And just about everybody who's anybody, they're now encouraging the equipment staff and the trainers to walk around with it as well. And what a moment it is. This will be the 5th championship for Cyclones trainer Bob Case. And Bob giving it a little shake right there at center ice. And the celebration is going to continue. So that is going to wrap it up from here. We're going to take a 30-second break. When we return, we'll go ahead. We'll take a look at the scoring summary of tonight's game. We'll wrap this one up, and we'll start the countdown. Only 109 days now until the start of the 2008-2009 season. It'll be the Wheeling Nailers. It'll be the opponent. We don't have much to tell you about that one, but we'll tell you about it anyway. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to the home of the 2008 Kelly Cup champions, Cincinnati Cyclones, right here on CBN, the Cyclones Broadcast Network. Welcome back to U.S. Bank Arena for the final time in 2008. The Cyclones a 3-1 winner over the Las Vegas Wranglers. Let's go ahead, take a look at how we got to the final score in tonight's game. In the first period, 15:58 into the frame. Jean-Michel Daoust netted his 6th goal of the postseason. David Desharnais the assist. Daoust wound up picking up a puck that Desharnais had recovered, working one-on-one in the slot. Left a drop pass for Daoust, who fired the puck over the right shoulder of the netminder Lalonde to make it 1-0 Cincinnati. The first period ended with Las Vegas holding the edge in shots on goal at 13-9. In the second period, Las Vegas had 5 power play opportunities. They finally cashed one, 18:39 into it. Adam Cracknell, his 9th from Jason Krischuk and Chris Ferraro. That tied the game at 1. It was a power play goal.
Shots on goal in the middle frame,
favoring the Wranglers by an 11-10 margin. Then in the third period, the Cyclones draw first blood on the
power play. 35 seconds in, the Kelly Cup winning goal scored by Matt Sarazinski, his 8th of the playoffs. It was Matt McDonald and
Jean-Michel Daou picking up the assists on it to make it 2-1 in favor of Cincinnati. Then at 6:23, John Cleed, his 2nd of the postseason, Ryan Russell, and Daou picking up the assists on that goal. That closed out the scoring. 3-1, Cincinnati wins it. The shots on goal in the third period were even at 7 apiece,
and the Wranglers outshot Cincinnati in the game 31-26. The Cyclones were
1 for 5 on the power play, while Las Vegas was 1 for 7. So that is going to do it. The MVP of the series, Cedric Desjardins, stopped 30 of 31 shots. He picked up his 4th win of the series, his 11th of the postseason. And Cincinnati got, 16 wins, exactly the number they needed to claim the Kelly Cup. Kevin Lalonde, who's going to have a great professional career, folks, is going to go down in the books as the loser. He stopped 23 of 26 shots in the defeat. So, folks, that is going to do it from here at U.S. Bank Arena. But before we step away, I would be 100% remiss if we didn't go through the traditional thank you list. And it's very, very important as far as we're concerned to make sure everybody knows how important they are to us. The thank you list begins with Doctors David Argo, Peter Chaw, and Tim Krenchek, along with Jane Walker at Beacon Orthopedics. The Cincinnati Police District 1 Special Events Unit, Lawrence Kurtzman and all the doctors at Plastic Surgery Group. It was great having them as a part of the Cyclones family in 2007-08. Alex Delabella Dentistry for fixing the Cyclones' teeth since 1990. Alex has been a long-time backer. Dr. Jim Sanitato and all the fine people at Midwest Eye Care. Betsy and David Schneider as well. Tony Jones and all the tremendous people at Meyer who have helped make player appearances this season. And the Meyer Concrete Clone's a possibility. Jeff Horton, John Burns, and all of the fine people at Cincinnati Bell. The equipment they turn out is top-notch, and the Cyclones staff loves their new telephones. David Weiss and Jessica DePerna from Smart Travel. John Robert Powers, Jake and Alan Ogburn, and the hardworking people at H. Dennert. John Horvath and the fine folks at Harbor Financial. Steve Fonner, the Kelsey family, and all of the people connected with the Tri-State Chevrolet dealers. Steve Jimenez and his staff at Grand Victoria Casino. The casino helps us out with many great events, and you owe it to yourself to check them out, not to mention having a little fun along the way. Tina Rudolph and Doug Michelson, along with all the great people at John Morrell, the Mass family and JTM, Kerry Graham and the folks at Kentucky Diagnostic, Andy Capel and the fine people at Atomic X for keeping the website up and running. Their work is as good as anyone in the business. Bob Donnell Sr. and Dave Ehlers from Donnell and McCarthy. The group at Jefferson Hall, Newport-on-the-Levee, for hosting the Coaches Show. It was a ton of fun last season, and we could not have enjoyed the show as much as we did without their help. Everyone with 96 Rock and the Cumulus chain. Terry Sudbrecht, Tom Gamble, Richard Skinner, and the producers who get the game on the air. Finn, Joe Wickman, and their staff as well. Pure Romance, Patty Brisbane, and Chris Ciccinelli. PJ and Alice and everyone at Buca de Beppo. Tim O and the gang at Bacall's. Gordy Fitzwater and the entire group at Cadillac Ranch, where the post-game party is tonight. Monty Tarmy and the great people at City Barbecue and their great 5-goal promotion. Patrick Jones and LaToya at Cricket. Diago Guinness, led by Jim Anderson. Richard Dickman and his fantastic staff at Dickman Sports Cafe. Donato's and Lindsay and Lynn. Hyatt's Florist and Harrison and Matt and his gang. Jeff Haupt and the fine people at Hometown Sports Collectibles. Jefferson Hall at Newport-on-the-Levee and Tony Cafeo. Amy and all the great people at Jim Dandy's Barbecue. KJ's Grill and Pub and John Bush and Kevin Schneider. Greg Flynn, Pat Sensi, and all the helpful people at Labatt's and Ohio Valley Beer. MedCorp, Procter & Gamble and Rodrigo Cornelli and Red Zone. Mobilecom, Tom Wheel and Pepsi and Aquafina. It's just not a good morning for me without my Mountain Dew. Joe Moses and Quality Life Personal Training. Jeff Carpenter and his staff at Regis Salon. Bruce Ryan and his all-star cast at Ryan's All Glass. Steve Contardi and all the magnificent people at the club at Harper's Point. Let's do it again next year. Theater Effects and Doug Weber. As good a company as you'd ever deal with. Victor Schneider in the Town Properties Harper Points Apartments Complex. Trout Dairy for sponsoring the penalty kill this season. Special thanks to Dan Smith. Lori Gear, Bob Cordelli, and Craig from Tuffy Auto Service. U.S. Bank and all the fine people who make everything that we do possible. Internally, the Cyclones marketing staff, Sean Lynn and Morella Raleigh, who make the giveaways and advertising happen. They are the ones who coordinate the behind-the-scenes things happen that are greatly appreciated but seldom recognized. The Cyclones ticket staff, Chris Bucas, Mike Cox, and Andrew Rowland, who have been instrumental in the pro hockey leading 36% increase in ticket sales in 2007-08. To Joe Stills, who puts together the best game operations anywhere in hockey, not to mention has the ability to get a laugh wherever and whenever possible. To Kevin Olthouse and Chris Parsons in the sales department, their ability to attract new clients corporately is one of the reasons that we are where we are now. If your company is looking for a way to expose or move a product, you've got to call one of these guys. To Margaret Clary for keeping the office moving like a well-oiled machine. To Joe Wallach for helping keep things calm and making sure the building is always ready to operate, no matter the hour of day or night. On a side note, believe it or not, folks, if we had to play a game Saturday night, it was going to get a little dicey around here. Joe did one heck of a job in making sure that the ice was ready for tonight's game. To the boss, Kristen Ropp, for running the ship and smoothing out all the inevitable hiccups that occur when you try to run both the building and a hockey team. Nothing quite like having two full-time jobs in one, eh, Kristen? And to Ray Harris and the entire Niederlander Entertainment family, a huge thank you goes out for having the foresight to bring hockey back to Cincinnati, for not panicking when the initial sight lines were not as pretty as they hoped, for giving the staff in Cincinnati the tools to do the job the right way and not just finding the ways to get by. And last, to the fans who have purchased tickets and or listened to us on either CyclonesHockey.com or on 96 Rock. We appreciate your support. Without any of you, there would be no need for any of us trying to make hockey work in Cincinnati. You guys get the biggest thank you of all. So there it is, mission accomplished. When training camp opened last fall, everyone knew this edition of the Cincinnati Cyclones would be pretty good. I do not believe any of us knew they would be this good. We hoped and prayed, but only head coach Chuck Weber and assistant Dean Stork knew exactly what they wanted. Looks like they came up with a pretty good plan, don't you think? 55 wins, a 17-game winning streak, a 21-game unbeaten in regulation stretch at home from Thanksgiving until March set the tone, and for the first time in 18 years, the city of Cincinnati welcomes a champion in professional sports. It is the first hockey championship in 35 years and the seventh that has come from a team that calls Cincinnati home. It's been 53 years since a championship was won in the Queen City. It has been a culmination of the blood, sweat, and tears of the 23 guys in the locker room downstairs that are now getting ready for their summers and the 2008-2009 seasons. So that's going to do it from here in Cincinnati. The 2007-08 season comes to a close. And for the first time in club history, your Cincinnati Cyclones have hoisted the Kelly Cup. They are the champions of the AA hockey world and are ready to get the party started. 40 team records, a dozen league records, and a 25-pound souvenir are all now part of Cyclones lore. Check out the team's website at www.cycloneshockey.com for the latest details with what will happen with your Cincinnati Cyclones in the days ahead. There will be a couple of more player appearances, obviously, and a few more with the Kelly Cup. Check out the website for all of the details. So until training camp in the fall, you are listening to your 2008 Kelly Cup champion Cincinnati Cyclones right here on CBN, the Cyclones Broadcast Network. Now let's get the party started. Good night, everybody.